Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to the ArchCast yet again, where today we are joined by... Actually, what do you prefer? CAMELCAST or Camelot?
I think Camelot's fine. That's what
Camelot.
that's what they've been calling me forever. I had to change it because I got banned on Twitter like a year ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember, and so I had to do a different account name.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, it's like my fourth one. And it's over. It's never over stuff you would think, right? It's never over like you actually did something wrong, you know, or it could be seen as wrong. It's like the dumbest shit in the world. Like I quote tweeted an article about a guy that in New Zealand. It was like a satire article, and this guy in New Zealand, basically somebody broke into his house, and then like instead of them like robbing him, he graped him. That's the joke. It's like, and I quote tweeted it, and I was like, I'd do the same thing, LOL, and I got permabanned on Twitter for it.
Twitter was a very different place back in the day.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't really stop. I mean, it's there. One rough thing about like being like naturally drawn to comedy and like joking and just being off the cuff, man. Like so many people, especially people that either don't get it or they intentionally don't get it just to like try to piss people off or themselves off or whatever have you. It always leads back to stuff like that. So like there's there's all kinds of clips every other day that's like popping up. Sarko joked, or they didn't even say he joked. He's so serious about this thing that happened 2 years or 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. It's very silly stuff, but that's life.
That's life.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's like, fortunately, like for me, I don't have a lot of stupid shit I said in the past, so Arch makes up things in the current. And
That's
then,
true.
goddamn, at least that is cute. Shut up. It's not cursed like all the other shit that Booger Gwimbus makes. I know that's a Gwimbus one. You're gonna bring up the breast milk, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I am. I have it on the ready. Lum's new. This is Lum, also known as Plump. He's the fattest of the plumps.
I am not fat. You just want me to be.
That's funny.
It's because of all the breast milk she eats.
I have tried my own breast milk once when I was pregnant. What? That is it.
All right,
yes,
okay.
Breast milk does taste good. And I said this on stream the other day. Fellas, if your lady is pregnant and she has engorged breasts because of, milk production being a little too much, offer to help.
I have lost.
She will appreciate
that word.
it.
I like that word, engorged. There's something about it that's just swollen and nice. Engorged. I like it. It's like how people don't like the word moist. Yeah, I don't really care for it either, but engorged is like the opposite. I'm like, yeah, dude, I like that.
Well, chat, the top chatters of the day will be given Lum breast milk, so keep the donations rolling.
No. Yeah. That's like, you're going to get 500s over and over.
Frozen Lum breast milk.
Sick freaks in the chat.
God damn it. But it's like, even a couple of other women that were quote tweeting this and everything was saying, like, the flavor of breast milk between women differs from woman to woman. Also depends on what we eat. It's not all one universal flavor. And also, it's strangely, the fake breast milk is strangely yellow and it bothers me. I don't know. This is just me speaking from experience.
I think yours is just yellow. Everybody else is normal.
Shut up.
That's gross, man. You need to get that checked out.
Shut up, Cody.
Go see a doctor, please. God, don't send these poor people in chat yellow breast milk. God, bro.
But it's funny because the company that paired up with Oddfellows to do this ice cream is actually a prenatal brand that releases like prenatal vitamins, some other stuff to help mothers.
Flavor additives.
Arch, shut the fuck up. Anyways,
So this isn't like real breast milk ice cream. It's
No.
just like breast milk flavored.
It's what they think breast milk flavor is. And it's like, I agree with my friend Lifu when she says, okay, whose breast milk is this modeled after? What poor woman in an office? So it's like, okay, you guys can model it after my breast milk taste.
Oh.
Maybe they asked Blizzard employees. Who knows?
Oh God.
They ask Pirate
Is that from
Software
the-
in all due likelihood.
Oh God. He should know. He should know about the Cosby Room. You know what I would do if I was him? If I was Pirate Software, I probably wouldn't tell everybody about the Blizzard thing because the Cosby Room. That was like such a big thing, the Cosby Suite, for years. And then Pirate Software was like, yeah, I used to work there, dude. I was like totally the best. I was the king of the Cosby Suite.
No more.
Gross.
Trick or treat.
This isn't even the worst thing that Lum Lum has done this fucking week either.
What? Oh, no, you... No, Arch.
I
You
got
cannot make me
taken
laugh.
off PayPal, maybe because of the card company. That's the only reason they told me. And Lum Lum's very first reaction to hearing about this was, how am I supposed to get paid now?
Hey, I said that it was fucked. You could tell that some shit was taken out.
With
But
friends
yes,
like
how am I
these,
supposed to get paid?
who needs enemies?
I mean, it's a good point, though. It's a good point. I made a video about this the other day, and all it did was make me think back to when PayPal updated their TOS to say they would charge people $2,500 for misinformation every time there was misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it, like, right when I saw your post the other day, I was like, holy shit, it reminds me of that. It's like they and it, you know, like you said today, it's like, oh, they're gonna claim it's just a mistake. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. How come these mistakes never happen to people that like fall in line? It's weird.
Yeah, they seem to target specific thing. They seem to even come up with rules to target people for. One of the most retarded parts of this was, I think, this came out last year. So, Internet Ethot extraordinaire became famous for selling her bath water. Well, it turns out PayPal was fining her for the bath water until she was $90,000 in debt on the PayPal.
That what? So how did it? Wait, why did they? What was it? The same policy? What was it? Why were they fining her?
It's because biohazard or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can't she
so
just, like, email them and be like, "This isn't actually my bathwater, you dumb bastard. This is just water."
she tried, and they just like, sorry, nothing we can do.
That's insane.
It's like Belle Delphine does it. Oh, it's a biohazard, even if it's not actually her bathwater. But fucking, what was her name? Sydney Sweeney. She does it with a soap company, but it's fine and people want to eat the soap.
I'm not. Is it like Sydney Sweeney flavored?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I might.
Have
Have you seen her? Come on, dude.
Yes, I've seen her, but
Man, dude.
still.
Yeah,
And apparently, I think, who was it? Ricky Berwick has like 10 bars of that soap.
yeah, he should. No, like that's the thing is people don't realize. I think people they have a very weird misconception of the Sydney Sweeney thing and like what is actually happening. I guess with it relating to people and it like by being a biological trigger. So I think it's like social media itself, especially like fitness influencers, have completely changed the perspective that everybody has on what women look like, and that's fine. But the thing about Sydney Sweeney is she looks like a normal ass girl that you would see if you went, down the street to your bar in like a rural American town. She's just a very attractive, kind of a normal girl. Not hyper attractive, not fake looking. Looks obtainable. Like, I've dated women in the past that look, as good, if not better, than Sydney Sweeney. And I think that's why she appeals so much to everybody, is because she's like real, whereas every other influencer has like the fat remover on the face. They like don't have any eyebrows. They have so much Botox that they can't even move their face, stuff like that. So I think that's why it appeals to people, because she's she looks obtainable. She looks like the girl next door. And I don't like that like phrase, but you know what I'm saying. It makes sense here.
She also comes off as a friendly woman in an age of exceedingly unfriendly females.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen Lumi in my DMs? She's fucking mean.
Oh, I know. Again, I mean, this wasn't even the worst message I got this month. No. Mal takes the cake.
What did Mal say this time? And also, I'm sorry that I said he had to come back to Discord and rejoin the Fag Fest. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was sad. You guys make me download Discord, and I'm like, no, I have to go back. I don't want to go back. But I'm back. So, man, there's reasons for this. I had a Discord. So when I first started YouTube, I blew up really fast, and I had a Discord. And dude, I did not realize how lawless and insane. Like people would start fighting and they would start harassing each other. So mods would start fighting with other mods, and they would all come to me like demanding I side with them. And then in the end, they all ended up hating me because I wouldn't side with anybody. Because I'm like, I don't care about your weird drama or somebody called you fat. Like I just don't care, dude. So I never logged into my Discord again. So, but it was like official partner Discord with like 10,000 members back in the day. But I like abandoned that shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's just better not having your own server and just like joining friends and shit.
Yeah, you find out that people are crazy.
I am very lucky and have a pretty good mod team and everything. That I haven't had. I think I had like one absolute fucking retard looking for a fight come into my Discord server, but then they got angry that I was polite and they left, and it was funny as hell.
Yeah. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. It always works that way. People are wild as hell, and it sucks because it even gets worse. I know it's like the perspective's kind of weird in ArchCast. I mean, you guys all understand, but being a creator, especially like I think we're in a very precarious position because we're a creator and viewers think that we're more than we are. Like we're just I'm a normal ass dude. Like I'm literally annoying. There's nothing different from me than I was 5 years ago, 6 years ago when I started YouTube. But I think people might put you on a pedestal to a degree. Some people, not everybody, which pisses a lot of people off, and they'll just go after you. Like I used to have people. I used to have like 4 or 5 channels dedicated to trying to like either get me swatted and killed, or B, to like harass me and make stuff up. And it's still going on to this day. I'm actually very surprised I was able to race in NASCAR for like 3 months or 4 months. I'm gonna be completely honest. That I was like, I can't believe they have not tried to get me destroyed yet. They have. It's just not been successful. Like they'll post fake clips and out of context clips and make up captions for stuff to make it sound insane. And it's not worked yet. But it has. Like I've had conversations behind the scenes with people. They're like, what is this? I don't understand what this is. And I have to explain it to them over and over that it's like a literal, like a pair of psychos that, for lack of a better phrase, have tried to get me killed from swattings in the past, like over and over. Contact your family, harass them. And that's the weird thing about this whole situation is, especially if you use your face and you're very personable, there's some people that will just hate you for, maybe you have an amount of followers they would like. Maybe they perceive some kind of weird wealth that you don't actually have. And it makes people so angry that they'll do everything they can to try to like destroy you. And I'm like, why can't you just use that as inspiration to like do something yourself? Like, I don't know, man. It's just it's crazy. Content creation's wild, man.
People are absolutely insane. And it's definitely unhealthy parasocialism, because being parasocial, it's either like way too many good feelings about the streamer or way too many bad feelings about the streamer. Even people who swear, oh, I'm not parasocial, I just hate this guy. Dude, no, you're being parasocial as shit, stalking this man, posting under everything that he says, just not stopping.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If I make a post about a subject matter and somebody wants to try to got you related to that subject matter, I'm all for it. But it's
Mhm.
like you'll have people that I don't know if it's like a mental illness. It probably is. But you'll post like a picture of your cat, and somebody will comment down below like, "Aren't you friends with this guy that got arrested for this?" And you said it was totally fine. I'm like that. Those people get muted immediately on my
Yeah.
Twitter because I'm like, look, dude, there's a time and place, and you can totally do whatever. Like, but this is not the time and place. Like, if I post about this person, you can totally do that, and I won't mute you. Because they lie. Like all of it's a lie. None of it's real. It's like I never said something was okay. I never said any of those things. People would just make stuff up. Which is why you find yourself in precarious positions because people can literally go online, tweet something, and type the caption a certain way, and like 95% of people will believe it at face value. I've
Mhm.
had people reach out to me that were longtime supporters, and they're like, "What the absolute fuck is this post?" And they're mad at me, and I'm like, "What?" And I'll like in 2 seconds explain it. I'm like, "It's this right here," and they're like, "Oh, I had no idea. That's wild." And I'm like, "Yeah, like why are you taking shit at face value like a psycho?" Like so,
Service
um,
guarantees
yeah,
citizenship.
it's a tough life. It's tough, I tell you.
I mean, hey, it's like, to be honest, I never really watched any of your stuff until recently when we became mutuals on Twitter and
Yeah,
everything. So I don't know jack shit about really anybody. And it's like, you're a chill dude. You haven't done anything to slight me. I won't write somebody off just because, oh, well, they did this.
yeah.
And if there's not a full stream that I can see, then it's like, okay, I'll keep that in mind, but I'm not going to demonize somebody for it.
Yeah, you'll get DMs. I mean, I'm sure you. I don't know if you got them yet, but you'll get DMs about people. They'll be like, "Oh, this person said this. Are you aware of this?" And they're like a random person with like 3 followers trying to get you like pissed at another creator. Um, so I mean, and it's specifically because you're a VTuber. And there was
Oh
like
yeah.
this like a 2 day period, from years ago, where like I had a dumbass debacle, and then I never thought about it again. And there was people claiming that I was like going after VTubers for years and like harassing them, like and calling them and like emailing. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I've never once ever.
Jesus.
I responded to a Twitter thread one time in 2 years, and they were like, "You've been harassing for years," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, it's just people making stuff up, like just
Oh yeah.
completely making shit up. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not like that. I don't have the attention span nor the passion to go after people." Hence why I've never done it. So, I mean, I would have beefs, like open beefs all the time if that was my personality. And I've never had an open beef for more than like 30 minutes. And I'll just contact the creator directly. I don't make a video. That's weird.
Yeah.
But
It,
I
it,
digress.
it's like whenever I see public videos like going back and forth for weeks, I think
Yeah.
it's manufactured drama at that point. I'm like, you guys are just it's like fucking rap beefs and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're putting out this diss track against you, they're putting this diss track against you, shit like that. It's like
Yeah.
I get DMs from random ass people saying that Arch is a Nazi, that
Yeah.
Arch is like an abuser and shit like that, and I'm like, no, he's a little shit sometimes, but
Yeah.
he's a decent dude. He's done no wrong to me besides the foot narrative.
Yeah,
You
and
little
well,
shit.
people like to keep it going. I get it, like they like to keep the drama going because it's like entertainment. It's entertainment value. I totally understand. I'm not going to pretend I don't understand. Um, but like the people, there was like 2 people in the past that kind of had a problem with it, only for a second, and both of them are completely cool with me now. But the internet doesn't know that, so they just
Mm.
continue to say, "Oh," like they're angry and they hate you and they want you dead. And I'm like, that's literally not even remotely. But I don't speak on it because I'm not trying to. I don't care. But
Yeah.
yeah, like people like to this day still say that shit. Like, and I'm like, bro, that shit has been buried and like taken care of like for years now. But people were like, I still want the drama to happen. I want it to happen. So it's because it's fun, and I totally get it. It is fun. But but yeah, it can't last forever unless you're some creators will totally do that.
Hmm.
They'll let that shit last.
Trick or treat.
You still alive, Archly? Are you enjoying the Lumi pictures?
I take offense at the idea that you think I haven't been bullying you enough.
Why is there's just multiple pictures of Fat Lumi? That's the interesting thing.
I have a AI art channel in my Discord that people just go absolutely crazy over.
Draw.
There's some really cool art in there. And then there's just some of the most cursed shit
Draw
imaginable.
Lumi fat, please.
Oh,
More.
believe They
Oh,
have
it's fat Lumies all over the screen.
they have made me fat already. Wimbus, I see that repost. You little fucking shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wimbus is a good boy. He helps with edits, like the famous Lumi foot
God
grinder.
I hate that there is a brand called Lumi that makes foot grinders. The fact that the universe just helps you with these things is
And
troubling.
whole body deodorant.
I want to smell like Lumi.
It's mainly just 6-year-old feet.
Oh, great.
Shut the fuck up, Arch.
Ugh.
And it's not very good.
Never mind. This is awful. Why would you sell this?
No, I don't. I have nice candles. I have nice body spray, but no, all I get is just this.
PayPal should be shutting your account down, not mine.
Shut the fuck up, Arch. And also, now you learned, don't keep $15,000 in your goddamn PayPal account.
Where else am I supposed to keep my loose change?
If that's your loose change, just send me all of it. Oh, this is what I find in the couch every month.
Yet again, Lum's primary concern in all of this.
Arch, I'm not rich like you. $15,000 is like a down payment for a house.
It sure is.
Join ICE! It's 50 grand.
I work in a steel mill. I like my job.
A steel mill? What the fuck?
What?
What's a steel mill? That sounds like old school, like old worldly.
I mean, where do you think steel sheets come from
It
that you find in
sounds
hardware
like
stores?
something from the 40s. Hold on, let me Google this. I don't know why a steel mill sounds old, like an old thing.
They're still around. Steel needs to be made somehow.
Okay, I don't know. I thought they just happened.
Yes, you just dig steel out of the ground. Oh, look at here. Oh, it's so refined.
What do you do? Like, okay, so what do you do in the steel mill? Because it looks like rather vicious.
No, it's not that bad. It's granted the worst part about it is like it's always over 90 degrees in that goddamn warehouse. But what I do specifically is that I cut down, smooth out, and prepare steel coil orders before they go into the furnace. And the furnaces behind me can change the color of the steel or, extend it, make it longer, make it shorter, shit like that.
Right.
It's like, have I gotten a few new burn scars because the metal gets a little uppity and just kind of spits out when I'm trying to adjust things? Yeah, sure. But otherwise, it's fine.
Okay, so you like actually handle the metal and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought you would like be in like a room, like an office or something.
Oh, no, I'm not an office monkey. I prefer being in the warehouse.
Well, damn.
She's also responsible for feeding babies into the sacrificial grinder under the machine.
Oh, my God.
I don't understand how you got fat if you're doing all this labor.
I'm not fat. I've always said if I've ever gotten fat, I would kill myself. I would never get
But why
fat.
do all those pictures have your belly overflowing?
Because for some reason, they really just like chubby Lumi. I guess it's their kink. I guess it's their fetish. Yes, that is the grinder underneath my machine.
Damn. Damn. Oof.
I usually throw the broken blades and stuff in there.
Just embrace the foot narrative. Just sell the foot products like everybody wants you to do.
I have intrusive thoughts on where I just want to stick my hand in there, but then my Discord yells at me.
You should be yelled at. With greater frequency, evidently.
God, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the sheer amount of pain of your hand just getting gobbled up. Ugh.
It wouldn't tickle, but, sometimes the thoughts is just like, oh, well, what if I just did this? I'm sure everyone's had their own intrusive thoughts on like, oh, what if I just step out into traffic? Oh, what if I just touch this electrical pole? Huh, what if I stick my hand on my cast iron skillet?
That just makes my whole body quiver.
What if I cuffed off my pinkies because they feel weird?
Sometimes my pinkies feel weird, and sometimes I feel like I want to cut them off. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's weird. No, that's weird.
It's fucking
It's
weird.
not how you lose weight, Lumi. Okay. Diet and exercise. Don't cut off your body parts.
Silly,
Fire is
silly
the
Lum
question.
Lum.
Fire is the answer.
Actually, I have something else that might bring you pain. I was sent this, as I am a fan of the Warhammer and the 40Ks, a luxury retreat ran by these very, very straight-looking gentlemen. Okay, that one looks like he could be straight. Just, I don't know about the other ones. So I want to ask in chat here if you would be interested in the luxury wargaming retreat with this fine ensemble here for the low, low price of $3,750
Holy shit!
That's expensive.
for a weekend.
That's
No.
half the price of that one retreat where women were like, okay, about $1,500 to join us in the woods and just scream at the sky.
Yeah, I've seen that before. The screaming people. Or the
I-
crying dude. They pay like 15 grand and then they go and they just lay in a pool and guys hold them while they scream and cry.
Wasn't there also this all dude retreat where it's like it was sold as like, okay, dudes doing dude things in the forest to just like, adult Boy Scouts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's just a bunch of almost naked men just doing gay shit with each other, and it's like, dude, what the fuck?
I mean, that's fine. That's better than crying. At least like the other one, you know what you want, right? The crying just doesn't make. That's like grounds to like end your bloodline.
Trick or treat.
If you're
Wait,
like
hold on,
crying
Arch.
in the woods.
Arch said $3,750,000 is the early bird rate.
Ah.
Early bird rate ends September 1st.
God, what does it go up to? Are these guys like famous? Like, who are these guys that are putting this on?
I have no idea.
That's a big ass house though.
I would imagine that if you're like relegating people to spend this amount of money, you're gonna end up with some psychos. You're gonna spend $4,000 to come hang out in a house with a bunch of guys. Like, somebody's probably gonna get murdered. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels very murdery. It's like, would you pay $4,000 to hang out with some dudes?
Trick or
No. Would you
treat.
pay $4,000 to maybe murder one of them because you're a serial killer? Maybe. Yeah.
Professional hobby classes, professional tactics classes. I mean, it's obviously not professional enough they didn't invite Arch.
Top
Pontius.
names in the hobby and content space.
Oh yeah, Arch would never get that because he's persona non grata to everyone, most people in Warhammer,
Rest
at
in
least
peace.
the left-leaning ones.
Rest in peace.
Still, it's nice to know that these offers exist. Like this one, a 4-day retreat for gay and bisexual men who seek to enrich their lives through deeper insight. Oh yeah, gonna be deep, all right.
Oh yeah, that's the one where they kiss and stuff, right?
Very important that these spaces exist, Lum Lum.
There's nothing wrong with kissing your bro.
Very important. If we didn't have things like these to, vent parts of society, then we wouldn't have dildos being thrown at WNBA stages, which is just tragic.
That was the most eventful thing to ever happen at a WNBA game.
I have probably a bad take that a lot of people like. I got yelled at online for it, but and I knew I would. But here's my take on the dildo thing. I think it's kind of cringe, and the reason I say this is because, like, the first time it's whatever. It's kind of like a spontaneous, random. It's funny, whatever. But then doing it over and over. Look, I understand that the WNBA is lame. I totally get it. I totally understand that nobody really cares to watch it. I totally understand that when these women walk out there with "Pay us what we're worth" shirts on, it's kind of moronic because if they were paid what they were worth, they would actually owe like $250,000 per player. I get it. I totally understand how asinine a lot of the antics are that kind of surround the WNBA. The dildo thing seems like an insult to injury thing that is the girls. There's a lot of those girls out there that are just trying to play the game. and like I don't really, the dildo thing just kind of seems almost like an insult to injury thing. Like I don't know if they necessarily deserve that silliness. You know what I'm saying? They deserve a lot of shit, but I don't know about that one. Like it'd be different if they were protesting on the court and then the dildo hit the floor, you know.
Mhm.
But they're just playing games and like people are throwing dildos. I'm like, okay, after the fourth or fifth one, you're like, all right, it's kind of getting, this is weird and cringe. Like we get it. I don't know. Does that make sense?
It's like the first one is funny, but then as soon as they started doing bag checks and body checks for dildos and people started shoving them up their ass to get them in the game, yeah, no, that's too far.
This one's moist.
Yeah. Oh God. Why does this one smell so fresh? Raw.
See, I am of the opposite opinion. I think this is the best thing that fucking happened to the WNBA for quite some time.
want
Ratings
more.
are up a quarter.
Each color. I want each color, bro.
Suddenly, people are like, holy shit, a dildo might appear on the court. This is great.
Well, there were people betting on it, dude. There was like millions of people apparently betting on what color dildo will hit the floor next.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's funny.
So that's kind of funny. But I mean, that does definitely increase the ratings. But as soon as that goes away, it'll go back down.
Because somebody enjoys the fact that you have this woman that looks. This is a great facial expression for a dildo just hit the floor. Just exasperation, seen it all before. It's like, ah, damn it, another one.
It's the David Cross picture that's on Twitter all the time. It's like when you tell the GameStop employee that you're just looking around, and it's just David Cross looking at you, like all forlorn.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great picture for the dildo. And okay, so because the entire WNBA thing, you talk about the protests and the reason why, because there's been a lot of stuff around this. This has gotten the WNBA more attention than anything else for the last few decades, probably.
Yep.
And this goes back. I remember a Daily Show special or something where they were interviewing the American women's soccer team. Like, why aren't we paid as much as the men or whatever, right? Or European football stars. And there was a huge thing back then where they just laid out like, okay, this is how many people come to watch you. This is how many people come to watch David Beckham play. This is the reason why you get paid less.
Yep.
Because all of this comes from the idea of disrespect. Huffington Post is actually dead on the point here. Yes, the green dildos are a sign of disrespect. That's what it is. It is people going to the game, going, I think you're a moron. This is my protest vote, in essence. And then it took off because it genuinely upset them. It created a reaction, which made everyone go, oh, holy shit, this is funny.
Yeah.
And it escalated from there.
Ignorant slut.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. And to go back to the female soccer players, they actually did win like that suit or whatever.
I know, it's
And,
the
and I'm pretty sure.
God.
I'm pretty sure they ended up getting paid more than men at the end of it. I don't remember though. But I do know that like I think that's kind of why like female soccer blew up for a second, and then it like went away immediately. Like it was gone.
Yeah, because the problem with female soccer is that when you're watching top tier soccer, like most matches end like 1-0, 2-1, like there's 2 or 3 goals scored. And the reason for that is because the level on that pitch is fucking absurd. You have some of the top trained athletes in the world dueling out there. Like it is ridiculous. Women's soccer matches, you're frequently seeing like 5, 6 goals a game, 10, 11 plus. Like, it's like that one time that Germany raped Brazil live on national television. Let me see, can I?
For him, man. I feel bad for him because did you ever see the like it was like a not a varsity, it was like a junior soccer team that just destroyed the like female USA team or something.
Swedish,
Like
I think.
It was like 14-0 or something, and they ended up stopping the game. Brutal.
Ignorant
See,
slut.
yeah, it was the Swedish team. Yeah, no, this was years ago, but yeah, no, it goes to prove. 3-0. And they were 15-year-olds, I think. So, yeah.
Yep. Not even a bunch of fat Lumies could have done better.
Nope.
Nope.
And like this, 7-1. This was considered outrageous for men's football. There are Pornhub clips of this match still up. And this is just the regular women's soccer game. Like, it's just not as interesting.
Nope. It's wild, man. It's absolutely insane.
And you see that from like the ratings for the attendances. So 234,000 total for a season for the Golden State Valkyries, which, a 250,000 people, not bad. Compare that to the men, however, and it's less than a fourth of the total.
Yeah.
That's why they don't get paid as much. There was this one. NBA Finals sees massive drop in TV ratings. Lowest viewed ever. Catastrophe. What was it? 11.43 million views. Like, this is the worst thing that has ever happened. This is a disaster for all of this. I found the women's NBA stats, and they were like 1 million people. And that was up 23%.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not as exciting. I mean, the easiest way you can explain it is the reason you watch any kind of sport or any kind of like professional sport of any kind. The need and the want is to watch the people that are the best at this particular sport, and no one's better, and they're facing off against each other, and that kind of thinking immediately disqualifies all female sports. Unless they're exclusively female sports, right? Like there's not a male counterpart. And I'm not saying I see anything negative with female sports. I'm just saying that I think that's how it's kind of like biologically ingrained, right? Like, why would you want to watch the WNBA? They're not the best. Like, every dude is better. Like, therefore, you're just watching girls. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but
yeah, and like there's actually a brilliant example that is like very. So in Norway, we have a very good women's handball team. Like, they've won medals. We've actually got a great women's soccer team too, is that have won like the major international tournaments and all of that nonsense, right? And so we have like televised matches, which is a big deal because, you know, they win, and so we like seeing it, right? Yeah. And you see the difference between the sports. Like women's handball, you know, it's physical, but the blocking isn't that direct. You know, there's a little bit of grabbing, there's a little bit of holding, there's a little bit of stuff like that. Men's handball is like a fucking wrestling match. You have these 120, 30 like kilogram dudes, full muscles, just slamming into each other at full fucking tilt, bowling each other over. It's fucking horrifying. And that is a brilliant example of the difference between male and female sports. The second is just infinitely more physical.
Yeah, it's intense to watch, right? Like, it comes down to the wire, and you know, female sports are just. And that, it's hard to explain, but like when you just put a WNBA game on versus an NBA game in the most intense points of a match, and you have these dudes full court sprinting, making unbelievable shots, blocking unbelievable shots, like fouling, doing whatever they can to like keep the score even or like within two points. And you watch a female counterpart like league or a game in the finals, and they're like kind of loosely strolling down the court. You know, and they're missing like 90% of shots, especially under moments of pressure. So it's just not as intense. Like, I mean, some people might dig it, but it's just not as intense.
Ignorance a lot.
All right, and I'll do a couple of soup chats.
Acknowledge your seekers.
We should do the big topic after a couple of soup chat, as Trump did just drop a fucking bomb just yesterday, I think. But yes, Xenomorph comes in with a big bid for Lum's breast milk.
What?
$200. He's definitely the lead for the breast milk, chat. He might get 2 portions of this, right?
So is this from Fat Lumi or Thin Lumi?
A fat Lumi, probably. More
good.
flavorful.
Service
Yeah,
guarantee
I need
safe.
that. That's what
Fat Lumi has been reared on like strawberries and raspberries to make her breast milk just extra sweet, you know?
no asparagus for the love of Jesus.
Definitely not.
Ugh.
She's just been raised on fruits for like 6 months just to get that right flavor going.
Raspberries
Strawberry.
are my
Yes.
favorite.
Get that the strawberry flavored Lumi fat milk.
Xenomorph, sorry to bring something up from like 2 weeks ago, but about the normalization of war. Wouldn't that just be sports? Or better yet, just do war via drone proxies, like Battlefield 6, but with Tesla androids instead of humans. Also Legion for Fallout, if that is still open. It is. It is still open. I will add it. Thank you very much, sir. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a resurgence of blood sports, like literal blood sports. Because right now, we're in an era where we've ran out of circus years ago, and we're about to run out of bread because our economy is getting more and more shit. I would not be surprised if the countries of the world turns to unironic fucking combat sports to try and dissuade the masses from revolting.
Okay, Arch, I have pitched this years ago. But what we need to do is like reopen the Coliseum or open a Coliseum type thing for every country. And instead of the people serving life in prison without the possibility of parole eating up our tax money, you throw them in there.
Fire
And then
is the answer.
if they win that year's championship, they get parole.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, we already kind of have this in like ridiculous, extreme, like strongmen competitions. There was this one from a while ago. Yeah, here we go. So at the top level of strongman, after I think the Mountain broke like a ton of fucking records and stuff, people are now pushing themselves way beyond what is tolerable for the human fucking body. Like this guy is lifting so much, 410 kilogram squat, to the point where he starts to bleed from his pores.
Yeah. See, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. No, thank you. Like, the most I ever got on bench was 410 on like flat bench, and even
Yeah.
then, like my shoulder was messed up for a year, and it still kind of is. Like every time I bench, there's this like weird little pain, like right where my delt is, like where it goes forward. I couldn't even imagine going higher than that, and that's because I'm not going to gain more weight. I would never want to be like overweight, but like I just don't understand why they would push them so hard. The Mountain's like genetically.
He's a freak.
predisposed to
He's
be-
a freak
Yeah,
of
exactly.
nature.
100%.
And I say that
you
in the
have
best
guys-
possible way as well. Like,
Trick-or-treat.
if he was born a couple hundred, like in the Roman era, he would be the greatest gladiator to have ever lived.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, yeah, exactly. Could you imagine? Freaking, he'd be killing everybody. But yeah, you have normal ass dudes that are like
You
5'10",
ignorant
trying to
slut.
freaking squat 1,000 pounds, and I mean, if you've learned anything from Ronnie Coleman, like he lifted real heavy, and he was Mr. Olympia, freaking ass ton of times, and he can't even walk anymore. So like, it's like, is it really worth it? I mean, I guess it might be if you're trying to be the best of your respected sport, but God, I can't stand that waning pain laying in bed. Like when I lay in bed, like back when I used to bench real heavy, I would lay in bed and I could feel it like all night, and I hated it. It was awful.
Also, I correct myself. Eddie Hall was the guy. World's heaviest deadlift, 500 kilograms. And he passed the fuck out during that.
Yeah.
Like, he just blacked out. Like, the body doesn't do that shit.
I think the Mountain beat this like a week ago.
Did
I might
he?
be wrong. I think he did. I thought I saw it on Twitter that he finally beat it like a week ago. And it was like, but now to be fair, I didn't see it that much, so maybe he didn't. But I thought I saw that because I was like, oh damn, he finally did it, So, but yeah, who's it? Is that Eddie Hall right there?
Yeah, Eddie Hall.
Yeah, dude, that dude. I remember watching that, and like he started bleeding, and I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
I think apparently he almost did die. Like he went back into medical and he almost died or something. And I was like, damn, all that to just almost die.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
It's absolutely absurd, so fuck it. If we're already doing it, might as well give him swords.
Yep, fuck it.
I mean, there's already armored MMA and large-scale fight recreations as well. It's like, if you've never seen armored MMA, it is so fucking fun to watch.
I mean, that is
I've
true.
totally seen that. I've totally seen that before.
But at the same time, okay, armored MMA is good now because it's mostly relatively regular dudes doing, because it's niche, right? Niche sport.
Treat.
Yeah.
Imagine armored MMA if this motherfucker comes in the ring. Like, you're just gonna quit. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, thank you. He's also like 2 feet taller than me, so.
Yeah, he's enormous. I think he's like 2 meters or something. He's ridiculously huge.
Yeah, I think he's 7'1". Which was named Half Thor. Half Thor. His name's too much. And he has bells
Torbjörn,
and balls.
I think. Hafbjörn Torbjörn, something like that.
Yeah, he I don't know if he still has bell palsy. I don't know how bell palsy works, to be honest. He's 6'9". So yeah, he's freaking huge, man.
And worst part is, there's even fucking more ridiculous. Let's see here. What was it? Here we go. Yeah, so that little guy there is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I have lost.
Yeah. Look at him. He's like a little baby that's shredded.
Yep. Andre the Giant, very famous. I think he was, what was it? Oh, there we go. 7'4", 224 centimeters, 236 kilograms, or 500 pounds.
You can tell he's got like something genetically fucked up because his face looks like a caveman. Like that dude. I'm sure you've heard the stories about him drinking like 100 beers in like a night. Shit.
Oh yeah,
God.
like because he legit suffered from gigantism. Like the human body doesn't do this normally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he died very. Oh, there it is. 46. He died very young, like comparatively.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas, I mean, to be fair, most people that are large tend to have a shorter lifespan. But yeah, he definitely had some shit going down. And also, he like did drugs and drank 24/7, so that probably didn't help.
Probably didn't help. No.
No.
On the other hand, we just talked about how the most physical and awesome sport brings the best numbers.
Trick or treat.
I mean,
Can I sell you
I feel like we could have some good billings in their new arena.
Yeah. 100%. Could you imagine? I feel like they would shatter somebody's skull, though.
Oh yeah,
Imagine
we'd have to
Half-Thor-
come up with some real special protective gear to have these people not just end each other.
Yeah, like imagine old Half Thor with
You
a
ignorant
spiked
slut.
mace, and he just hits a dude in the face. Like that dude's deader than hell. Super dead. Not even normal dead. He's dead in both lives. There's not even an afterlife for that guy. He's even
Mhm.
dead in the afterlife. That's how hard he get hit. Terrifying.
Spas, the white magus, becomes a member. Thank you very much, sir. Would you miss Hello Art? Hello Lum Lum. Found any good feet? Have you, Lum Lum?
No, I don't look for feet, you fucking freaks. It's like, okay.
So aggressive today.
I posted a new art that Tori made for me, and my friend Noose, as soon as she seen it, she just had to crop it and then put a picture of Kirby sucking on the toes, and she's like, "I love anime girl feet." I'm like, "Thanks, Noose."
Lumi loves feet. 1 out of 3. Hello, Lum Lum. Hello. Recently, Lumi's finally admitted her avatar is that of an adorable little mouse and not that of rat. However, she also admitted that most women, including her, have tried her own breast milk. I know.
Yeah.
She also added that the taste of breast milk differs from women to women.
Yes.
But did not clarify how she knew. The only reasonable explanation is that she goes around taste testing the milk of every woman she comes across. That is the only reasonable explanation.
No,
Fact.
I talk to other women. Women know how to talk to each other, especially in mom groups. God.
How the fuck do you open that conversation? So, have you drunk your own breast milk?
just casual conversations. It's like, okay. It's like women have hours-long discussion talking about their labor process and how fucking bloody some of them can get. Yeah, no, there's weirder conversations pregnant women have with each other.
I don't know. I feel like this would be the male equivalent of like, so, ever taste your own choom? Like, no.
No.
Arch.
It's fucking weird, Lum Lum.
Women still talk about, like, you know, if they're gonna eat their placenta or not after they give birth. Because sometimes women cook it like a steak. Some women dehydrate it, put it into pills. It's very good vitamin-wise.
No, thank you, bro. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Women are gross, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why there's only one gender that talks about how crystals can heal you. Because they're crazy. That's why they're eating their placenta, Lumi, and their fat Lumi breast milk. They're doing all these things because y'all are weird as hell, and you read something online or one of your friends told you that if you eat your toe crust, you'll actually have softer skin. And you're like, dude, I want softer skin. Let's do this.
And Lumi's allowed to vote. What a fucking mistake this was.
She shouldn't be allowed to leave the steel mill.
I keep saying I don't want the right to vote. Let me be able to stay home as a housewife. I will happily give up my ability to vote.
I mean, I would too, though. Like, to be honest, let me be a stay-at-home housewife. I will totally not vote either.
Cody, you would look great in an apron.
Yeah, dude. Have a little apron on. Make you some breakfast and eggs every morning. I'll fry your placenta up. I'll take care of everything, bro.
Not a go. Hi, Arch and Fish. May I ask? 1911 or Glock? 1911, obviously.
Yeah, I know. With the news around Glocks lately, no, thank you.
You do not
Them
beat
sumbitches be
1911
going off, bro. Yeah, you know the one that's been going at 320C, I think it is. The Glock.
Oh yeah, I saw some Twitter videos where somebody was just like shaking it and it starts shooting, which is not good.
Yeah, he literally chambered it and touched the slide on the top. He like touched it with his palm of his hand and it went off. So all these different creators started doing that, and it continues to happen, and people are freaking out. That's SIG. Okay, sorry, it's not Glock, it's SIG. Everybody's saying, I apologize, everybody. That's a SIG P320. There you go.
A SIG has a magical ejaculation point.
An auto fire feature when you least expect it.
Edaloo821, Lum Lum is pregnant again. Congrats. Yeah, congratulations, Lum Lum.
I want to be pregnant again, but I'm not. I have to wait. I have to be responsible.
Xenomorph gets the first load of the breast milk.
I want more babies.
Gross.
Trigger, why are you always late, Arch? Is it the Swedish and Sami ancestry compelling you? Nah, it's the fear that Lum Lum has misplaced another guest.
I did not.
She even guaranteed me a while ago, like, oh, Nyanis is good. And I get another message like, so, I lost Nyanis again.
She told me she was good. She told me she was good, but then she asked to go help her dad with stuff because he's old.
Dead in the desert.
Hey, family is more
Lum
important than the ArchCast. What?
Why did you kill Nyanis' dad? And her response is, he was old.
I did not. I did not. Shut up.
Rip.
Fox2300. So Lolo's milk tastes like tacos and Jose Cuervo. What's that, Cuervo?
Jose Cuervo.
I wonder what the alcohol content would actually be. Like, and I'm assuming 0, but could you imagine if somebody was like a hyper alcoholic, they were drinking like a fucking fifth a night, and also they were producing breast milk? Like, would their titty milk have any? But like, would it be like a 0.01% like alcoholic titty milk?
I think it would be similar to how, like, if the mother's doing drugs, that that drug will be in the breast milk.
Can I get drunk off of titty milk? That's what I want to know. Like,
possibly.
Hypothetically, you smash vodka for 6 months straight. Does your titties make me drunk now?
I don't know. I'd have to research this.
All right. Well, you best start popping them, bro.
No.
Start popping them vodkas.
No.
What does this taste like to you? Damn, still sweet milk. Interesting.
It's high enough to give babies fetal alcohol syndrome. Yeah. Oh my god, fetal alcohol syndrome babies are so fucking sad. It's like, have you ever heard newborn going through withdrawal crying or a baby with fetal alcohol syndrome?
Oh,
It is the most depressing fucking thing.
like
That's
Bella
right.
Ramsey, and then they look like Bella Ramsey, bro.
That was the thing. We need to have crack babies, all crack babies, to teach them that life is pain.
And
No,
also,
we're not going down the
thin.
crack baby talk again, Arch. No.
But they'll be thin.
Yeah, welcome to life. It's suffering.
Everybody's so thin and nice.
God damn.
Better than
Valuable
Baka
lesson.
babies. Baka babies are definitely gonna be fat.
The worst part, like, with Bella Ramsey, too, is that they actively make her uglier than she is.
Yeah.
There's
make her as ugly as
pictures of Belle Ramsey where she looks feminine. Like, she's never going to be a 10 out of 10, but she can look good with a little bit of makeup on, a little bit of fixing, all of this, but they deliberately make her look worse.
Yeah, which hurts the entire dynamic of the show, and I feel like nobody gets it except for me, and it's frustrating. And and I'll explain why. What I mean. So when you play the video game, the dynamic between Joel and Ellie is Joel is like a gruff, no nonsense, no joking, like life or death guy, right? And Ellie is like this, like bright-eyed, optimistic, naive, like cute girl. So you have a gruff, old, like burly man, and you have a cute young girl. Those are the polar opposites, by the way. That's why this
Yes.
works. So it works really well. The dynamic's really cool because you have they are able to teach each other how to grow, and that's where their character arc comes from. And it works really well because cute girl, old gruff man, polar opposites. In the show, they made, I feel like Pedro Pascal, he's not a bad like Joel when it comes to looks. So he kind of works. But Bella Ramsey looks like Sloth from the Goonies. She's no longer cute. She, like, that dynamic is completely lost. It is not in the show. There's not a cute girl and old gruff man to, like, kind of have polar opposite positions. It's like an old gruff man and a monstrous little girl. That looks
There's also
like Sloth
the,
from the Goonies.
This is one of those cheap and easy effects that games do. They give you a adorable female companion because you like cute
Service
people
guaranteed
easier,
citizenship.
which makes the final thing is like, okay, she might have a cure to the virus, but we're gonna have to fucking kill her. You're like, no, you won't do that. She's my companion. She's cute and adorable.
She's cute. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bella Ramsey, oh yeah, crack that bitch open like an egg. Let's save humanity.
Yeah. I'd be like, you know what? Oh, you got a vaccine? All you got to do, yeah, go ahead.
All you got to do is kill Bella Ramsey. Fuck. Can I find you another?
I'll bring two. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I think, and people unfortunately conflate like cute kid as they immediately make it sexual. Like if you have, so this is why you can't really explain this thought process on Twitter, like why they're polar opposites and why the character dynamics work. Because they're like, you just roll have sex, or I'm like, that's literally not even remotely in the conversation at all. It's like it's character dynamics. A cat and a dog, they're polar opposites. That's the point. You can't have a cat and then a raccoon. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes. You can have cute characters without it being sexy. That's normal. That's
Yeah.
how we've done things for many years.
Yeah, easy. Easy as hell.
Sandum, Lumi has some sick fetishes. Ask about the Lumi grinder.
Oh my god. No, we already looked at it. And that is Arch's fetish, not mine. Arch has a bad habit of projecting his fetishes onto me.
John McCalla, Lumplum's ideal male fancies Arch, but with Dev's feet on backwards. For her, that is peak masculinity.
No. Shut the fuck up.
Lumplum's a weird fetish.
Shut up.
Danny Boy, iDubbbz released a new video lecturing Europeans who don't like mass immigration. Maybe worth the watch for Stamford Bridge. It's worse than it sounds. Well, I guess he's afraid that we might steal all the black men away from his wife.
Oh, no, dude. iDubbbz, God, there's never. People always talk about how like this creator or this celebrity or this musician have like had the biggest fall from grace ever. None of them even come close. iDubbbz is number one by a mile. It's not even close. I don't care what creator you're talking about, what the subject matter is. iDubbbz is the biggest fall from grace ever in history. Like it's unbelievable. It's like so jarring. It's almost as if he's playing like a long form joke for years. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't even seem real. Like he's unironically being like, "You just hate brown people." I'm like, you're literally saying the thing that like 45-year-old white women say that have literally no knowledge of the subject matter they're talking about. They just say that, like to try to diffuse an argument. Like that's what you're resulted like down to. You've been boiled down to this. It's gross, man. And it's the only reason I say it's not a long form joke is because he lost his virginity to Anissa. That's the only reason I think it's all like 100% legit. Because if it's your first girlfriend and the first girl that's ever let you like have a sexual relationship with, you'll do anything. You'll do anything they say, change in any way, shape, or form, change everything about yourself just to have more access to that because you mistake it for love, right? So yeah, that's the only reason I believe this is all true because she can just say whatever. She can say jump and he'll say how high. She can like hang out with dudes and he will not bat an eye. He might be like, I don't know how I feel about this, and she'll be like, you're just insecure, and he'll be like, oh, okay. That'll be the end of it, right? So.
Well, we know this is factually correct because they run a podcast together called "She Ruined My Career."
Yeah, and it gets like no views. It's actually pretty surprising.
And the views kind of tell the tale of that.
Yeah, and because they're not entertaining. It's just no one wants to like. You want to listen to two people affirm each other over and over on their opinions. Like I've seen conservative podcasts where like three conservatives are arguing about a conservative value that they all slightly disagree on. And like, you know, some of them have like liberal opinions and they're all like talking through this. Like you can't watch a liberal podcast. You shitting me? Like they're all just like sucking each other off, saying the exact same thing over and over like robots, except for Bill Maher, who's kind of changed slightly. And I think that's why he's actually still on the air and actually is getting good ratings right now because he's actually starting to he allows other forms of thought, but he's also, when something is obviously insane, he just says it's insane instead of trying to just say, well, I have to believe this, so I don't know why anybody would want to watch iDubbbz talk about anything.
Shadowfox, well, it's good to be able to catch an ArchCast now that I'm back from the Middle East and I'm back on a good time zone. Good, I'm happy to see you back, Shadowfox. Rolno Ramirez. Oh, Brandon Herrera is running for Congress again. Let's support the man.
Yes, sir.
Dome and Lum likes how parasocial people are with her feet.
No, I don't.
I doubt it.
Shut up.
Jard, years ago, maybe a decade ago, PP asked me to provide government identification. I stopped using it. Also, how can PP find someone? They're not an institutional authority or power. Wormplex Fossil. Because they have taken upon themselves all the powers. All the powers, that's why. Zonta, Cody, how hard did you hit your head at Daytona? You were way out of it, that post-medical check interview after that wreck.
That was a good time. No, it was fine. Daytona was fine. Talladega was easily the worst one I've ever had, which is weird because it doesn't look nearly as bad. But no, okay, so that was my first time ever doing an interview. And I talked about what happened, and then I look and the interview lady's just like staring into my soul, like wanting more, and I'm like, I don't know what else to say, right? So I'm just like, oh, I'll just be funny because that's what I do, right? So I'm just like, oh, and that did not work at all. And I was like, oops, I goofed. And she looked at me weird, and I was like, oh yeah, I goofed good. Here we go. Then everybody was mad at me. So that tends to be what happens.
B-Bash. Art, have you noticed that mermaids always drawn like they have legs? Fish don't bend like that. So what is it? Do they have femurs and tibulas trapped in fish flesh? Lum.
A lot of people draw mermaids wrong and stuff. It's common, unfortunately. Because, yes, mermaids don't have knees. Their tails should not be bending like that. They should be like fish. They should be, a little wiggly, a little bendy, but not like you have fucking knees. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not an artist.
I prefer the fish top, lady bottom. That's what I prefer.
Shadow Fox, so Lum Lum has a grinder at home and work. Yes, she needs an industrial grinder to deal with the size of her calluses now. Ah. The Lum Lum foot fetish grows ever greater.
Shut up.
The grinder just couldn't do it anymore. Too thick, too crusty. Riga, props to you, Lumi, for doing actual work in the steel mill. Also, throw this plus the last 80 to house. House. And Shadow Fox, all my supers go towards the Yes Man route in New Vegas. Well, I don't think it's going to be catching up now, but... Lumi loves feet. Plump Lum is Happy Lum, who eats breast milk ice cream. That is true.
I do want to try that, though. I want to try the breast milk ice cream. You know, just to see what it's like.
Lum Lum is converting more and more people to breast milk.
Yeah.
Shut up, Arch. And it's like, I don't know if this dude's shop is still around, but in, of course, California, this dude would partner with women who were pregnant and currently lactating, and they would give him their breast milk to make into ice cream.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching something on my other monitor. Damn. Sorry.
Now, I feel like this post from Craig needs to have a shout out now, because I just saw this too, and this is kind of how I imagine Lum Lum in my head.
Why?
She's that hungry.
Just eating stuff, and her eyes are rolling back in her head as she...
50
Ew!
calories,
Have some yummy, yummy
No!
balloon.
850.
Just look at that.
I'm
She's
not a fan
having
of
a
it.
mini stroke with every bite.
That woman is possessed.
Followed by the
God, stop.
What the fuck?
But that is brilliant. I like that.
That is disgusting. I've hardly remember to eat, let alone eat that much. Jesus.
Yeah, dude,
fucking
same.
Christ.
I haven't even eaten today, like at all. I didn't eat breakfast or anything. I just don't understand, man. Like, as a former fat, I'll just never understand it. Like, why people do
That-
this. Like, when you're an adult. When you're an adult, I mean, I understand when you're a kid and you're like a young teenager, you don't really you just like go into the kitchen, find some honey buns and smash them because you're just a kid. But like once you get past the age of 18, how people just like voluntarily
Comparison
stay
is the
400
question.
pounds is just the
Fire is
craziest
the
shit.
answer.
I just don't understand the thought process behind it.
Well, this woman has apparently an orgasmic experience every time she eats, so that probably helps.
That does help, yes. It's like sexual. She loves it.
Those are some weird eyebrows, too. I don't like those.
Damn, it's tasty. I love it.
But from one fat thing to another fat thing, this is probably one of the best things that a US president has ever done right here. The guaranteeing fair banking for all Americans. Now, it talks about like you can't, prejudice against the political movement of Trump, Trump, MAGA, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair enough. But more importantly, it basically states that all of the banks, and by extension, the card companies, will not be allowed to have any sort of TOS that talks about their public image being damaged. Basically, they can't take PR into consideration when it comes to whom they extend their services to. Which is big, because that is currently what they're using to basically remove anything they don't like. This damages our image. That's what they did with Steam, where they sent Steam an email going, listen, it could be really harmful to our image if this is allowed to stay up. And if it is allowed to stay up, we'll have to reconsider our commitment to your platform. Which is literally the mafia going, it would be a damn shame if somebody broke all your windows.
Exactly.
Why? Hold on. Why the heck is the Bass Pro Shop Hold on. The federal government suggested that such institutions flag individuals who made transactions related to companies as Cabela's and the Bass Pro Shop.
I don't know
Why
why the
does
Bass
the Bass
Pro Shop
Pro
is there.
Shop always get pulled into things? Is it because they sell guns?
Do they? I thought it was a
Yes,
fishing shop.
It's a sports shop.
It's
I mean,
everything,
you get hunting gear there. You can get fishing supplies there. You can get boats there. You can get bows there, compound bows,
Yep.
crossbows, stuff like that.
Camping, you get camping equipment.
You can get, depending on the Bass Pro Shop, you could get whole fucking RVs. Or usually an RV shop is like right next to the Bass Pro Shop.
Dude, and they sell guns in Walmarts where I live.
Yeah.
Great. Go out there and get you a 12 gauge shotgun at Walmart.
Bass Pro Shop Glass Pyramid. I want to go to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid just to say that I went there.
And he is bang on ourselves. This further undermines public trust in banking institutions and their regulators, discriminating against political beliefs and free expression of those beliefs, and weaponize a politicized regulatory state. Yep. Because that is what the payment processes have become. That is who he is indirectly targeting via this. Because I don't know if the federal government has authority over the payment processes. It would probably be more difficult to argue, whereas the banks, they obviously have power over the banks. So they just say, okay, banks must follow these rules, and this indirectly also forces the payment process to follow these rules. Otherwise, they can't do business with the American banks, and so they're fucked. So this is actually quite clever, I think. I think this will be an excellent piece of legislation that might actually do a tremendous amount of good. So I'm very happy for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird because, right, it's hard to say because it's kind of like dancing across a fine line when you come to, like, private companies or private banks. But there does have to be some kind of provision set where you can't just turn off people's banking accounts based on whoever has the most popular opinion at the time and whoever has a dissenting opinion based off of that. Like, and when the most obvious thing you can think about is Canada, and how when they had the trucker, like the convoy protest, they just turned off everybody's bank accounts so they couldn't fund their own protest. And then they started trampling them with horses, which was kind of weird. But there needs to be some kind of provision in place where people like have access to their own money. Like, that sounds absolutely insane. I mean, it even draws parallels to your PayPal situation. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep your 15 grand for 120 days. That is insane to me. Insane, dude. I would be fist fighting like homeless people right now.
And the best part is they've now told me that it is an error on their part that did this, which means that PayPal can commit an error. They can fuck up, and they can then take your money for 4 months because they fucked up. I love that.
Trick
Yeah.
or treat.
And
Like, again, if you were reliant on this, if this is how you pay your rent, yeah, fucked, I guess.
I had a PayPal situation one time where it was years ago when I used to run an eBay store,
Trick or
and I
treat.
sold like a
So
Nintendo
hungry.
Classic, I think that's what they were called at the time. And I sold it for 15 grand because they were really rare at the time. But it was also just I put it as a placeholder, but for some reason somebody bought it. And I, as a joke, almost, I put like 10 or 20% of the proceeds go towards St. Jude's, because you can do that. You have that option on eBay, right? Well, it sold, but the guy never
Service
paid for it,
guarantees citizenship.
obviously. So then he deleted his account and the transaction was canceled. And that's all good and fine. Who cares? But about 4 months later, PayPal just took that 20% donation out of my bank account, like direct out of my bank account, to St. Jude's or whatever. And I'm like, that transaction never happened. So I called PayPal and they told me it was eBay's fault. And I called eBay and they told me it was PayPal's fault. And I went back and forth like 4 or 5 times. And the guy was, they like eventually got me up into some very high end position guy on PayPal. And I was like livid. I was like, you need to give me my money in the next like 20 minutes or I'm calling the police. Like, you literally committed theft. And I know that sounds insane, But I was just like saying whatever the fuck that came to my mind. And the guy was like, "We can send you your money. We can make it all right." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "But it's going to take 4 days to process." And I'm like, "No, you're going to send it to me right now." So the guy personally wired money into my bank account, and then they retroactively paid me with PayPal and then removed his money. So there was no like discrepancy. Like 4 days later when it processed. But that's my PayPal debacle. But it was so crazy how like it was so hard to get the money that they just took away for no reason back. It was weird, man.
Well, yeah, it's like when you pay your taxes. If you don't pay enough taxes, they're going to come for that taxes real quick. But if they owe you money, next 6 months.
They somehow even know when like a homeless guy gave you like $20. Like you'll even see it on your government breakdown on IRS.gov. It's like itchy scratchy handed you a $20 bill at 7-Eleven. You're like, how do you even know this? Yeah,
well, the entire idea of like the reporting yourself, filling out your own taxes, is complete nonsense these days. All they're doing is checking if you're gonna lie to them.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. They're building a case against you.
Yep. And then 10 years from now, if you forgot to list one thing, they will send you a letter that says the United States government against your name, like as a lawsuit. It's like because you missed like $72 like in 2008. They're crazy, man. They crazy as hell.
One thing also that I like with this is I think this could be, and I hope this could be, the first step towards some sort of beginning of a digital bill of rights. Where, because you need banking now. You need banking. You need a card. You need a bank card, a credit card. You need access to electronic transactions. Otherwise, you can't fucking function in modern day society. It's literally a question of time until everybody has the chip in their fucking finger or whatever. We're within a century of paper money only being found in museums. So the idea that you could just be deprived of this for reasons is ridiculous.
Yep, agreed. Because, and what people don't understand is, there's a lot of people for this. And it's not in the West, in America anyway. It's not a lot of people. It's a lot of people in the UK though. A lot of people overwhelmingly support these kind of ideals, but not in America. And what they don't seem to understand is that, yes, okay, let's say that you're in favor of this because the dissenting views are specifically views that you disagree with, right? What happens when another party comes into power with the views that were considered dissenting just 4 years prior? And now you have the opposite views of the current administration or, acceptable viewpoints currently going on. And what happens when they use the same precedent to completely remove your support from banking, right? People don't understand that like setting precedents will allow new parties to use the exact same tactics to go after you. Like if you are in favor of arresting people that think differently than you, 4 years from now, you might be that person that's thinking differently. And people never can never rectify that in their mind. They just think that they're like, oh, well, we'll just Democrats will just win for in perpetuity. So we will never have to worry about being arrested. And it's like, that's not how this works.
Yep. And Elf Pirate Eva in chat there also brings up something very important. So while signed as an executive order, it doesn't do as much as we want it. It indicates that he will sign the Fair Access to Banking Act, which is on the Senate floor right now, and that is great news. Yes. So that is what I was going to talk about next. So this is an executive order, which means this is null and void the moment a Democrat gets into office, basically. But this is like a big sign that there is going to be more of this. And there is this, the Fair Access to Banking Act. Now, this also directly affects banks and payment card networks and says that you can't refuse to do business with people who comply with the law. So if you're doing something that is legal, you have to process the transaction, which is exactly what we need. Yeah, no, if no laws are being violated, take my money and transfer it from point A to point B, bitch, and shut up.
And that's you said something that made a lot of sense. Actually, there does need to be a digital bill of rights, 100%, because it needs to protect a lot of people. And for example, like, you know, and I was talking about this like an hour ago, but like content creators, for example, like coming back to this, people can literally just tweet, especially if they have any kind of following, by the way. But they can just tweet, oh, ArchCast, the guy behind ArchCast, like loves children or something. And if it gets retweeted enough, people will take it at face value, and you could lose like sponsorships, you could lose revenue, you could lose all these things, and people knee jerk and react to it. And there does need to be something there to prevent that kind of thing from happening. Like, you can't just get fired from your jobs or fired from all these from a completely fake post. Because that's so common with content creators. Just people that are angry and they just make a fake post to try to get them like to lose revenue or fired. That's all they're attempting to do, and they know it's fake, right? There needs to be something that protects that. I mean, obviously, I know like libel and I know you know, defamation exists, but that's an insane process, right? And it's expensive. So
Yep. And then people try to ruin you by all the characters of people that they consider friends or something. Lum. Who knows?
well, that's the easiest route to go down, right? Like, you could literally just like, oh, you opened your download folder and there was a picture of a anime character like in full clothing, but they looked like they may be a lolly, so now you get to lose everything. It's like, whoa, hold on. Like, it's so silly, man. It's so silly.
Yeah, Lumi, that would be terrible, wouldn't it?
What?
She's too busy drinking breast milk again.
He
Oh,
is.
shut up. You know, speaking of lollies, I need to get more art of Lolly Lumi. Oh yes, and Lolly Arch.
Lolly Lumi.
Lolly, hey, that was the best investment. Lolly Arch looks so adorable.
I do need to use it more.
Trick or treat. Can I sell your
So yeah, I'm hoping this is the beginning of some steps in that direction. The problem is, of course, that it takes forever to do this properly.
Yeah.
So this started in 2023, and it's still not actually, you know, law, but it does now look like it probably is going to pass, and Trump will guaranteedly sign it, or well. One of the weird things with Trump is he occasionally gets very defensive if it's not his idea, so we'll see, but I mean, this is already a massive indicator that he's on board with the entire idea, so I hope we'll see that followed swiftly by bills of rights. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say that. I hope it leads to something like that, because you know the internet's now it is the Wild West. I get it, and there's a lot of anonymity that should be protected, but there should be things that prevent people that choose to not be anonymous, that they shouldn't be punished for that. Right, and that's the most annoying thing about this whole situation is like creators that choose to not be anonymous like have to pay the price for that when there's parasocial psychos out there that want to like get you killed, right? So like, there's got to be something to hopefully prevent that in the future. So I think that is something that will happen because it's only going to get more insane. Like, can you even fathom how the internet is now compared to 10 years ago?
Oh,
it's like not even recognizably. It's a completely different thing. And in 10 years, I don't even know what it's going to look like. So
there's the thing, right? Because we've got the digital ID push going on right now, which is probably going to be used to crush dissent more so than anything, really. But if I am to be expected to fucking scan my fingerprint, check my face, to scan it, to log onto the internet, I expect to have rights on the internet too, not just obligations. I want to have access to the internet as a right. If you're paying for the internet, if you're paying an ISP, they're just a service provider. They can't do shit. They're a utility now. So long as you pay your bills, your internet stays up. Social media, same thing. You have the right to a social media account. They can't remove it without literally going to court and going, oh yeah, no, this is actually illegal, so we have to remove this. And they have to prove it instead of simply sending you an email going, right, so we took your account down. for reasons.
Yep. For just random reasons.
Yeah. We detected something unusual in your account, so we took it away. Yeah, that is what we need. We need rights on the internet. And as much as I hate the idea of the digital ID, I am willing to put up with it if it also comes with rights, if the two can be linked. The problem is that right now, you just have further obligations and no protections, which less ideal.
Makes sense.
At least then also I can sue the government when they inevitably lose my ID and I get impersonated by an Ethiopian man 5 years from now.
Dude, they don't even care about that shit, bro. Like my buddy Jake, Jake Randall, he has a huge online presence as far as Twitter goes. And he got removed, or he clicked one of those links. So the way they do it now is like a high profile Twitter account will message you. And it's legit, but the issue is it's also hacked. So it's like the perfect plan, right? So what happened to me is like it was like the head of marketing for Red Bull contacted me, and they had like 118,000 followers, dating back years. It was a literal account, but it had been hacked. And they messaged me and said, "Hey, we want to partner with you because we know you're involved in NASCAR. Let's talk about this." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And they're like, "We'll pay you like 10 grand to sign on, and we'll do this. It was all very reasonable. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds great. And they're like, all right, we're going to send you a DocuSign. And yeah, you just sign it and send it back. We're good to go. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the DocuSign and I click it and it says, this has to be done in offline mode. And I already have a subscription to DocuSign because I deal with a lot of contractual shit. And I was like, interesting. And I messaged them and I was like, why? I'm like, I already have a subscription to DocuSign. Why is it trying to make me go offline to sign it? And they're like, oh, it must be a glitch. And I go offline and I click it and it pops open a random window and says, type in this code. And I was like, nope. And I closed it out. And I was like, oh yeah, this is bullshit. Like they're trying to make you download something. So I blocked the person, never talked to him again. Well, I talked to my buddy Jake and the exact same thing happened to him. But he did click the offline and he did type in the code. So they took his YouTube and his Google and his Twitter. And his Twitter is currently posting right now, or his Twitter is messaging people trying to get him to sign DocuSigns. Same thing, right? And he has been, this has been like 2 weeks now. And he has been like on his alt account, he's been, messaging Twitter and typing at Twitter and at Grok and at help and all this being like, hey, my account's like messaging people, trying to scam people. And they just don't do anything. And it's actually surprising he got his YouTube back within like 2 days. But yeah, he cannot get his Twitter back.
Yep. Scams get ever more sophisticated as times go on.
Yeah, like Arch, how did you lose your YouTube channel the first time?
They sent me like a beta for a game. And they was like, okay, here's the beta to the game, and everything again looks legit. Everything looks like it's supposed to look. And you click on it, and that goes badly. So now I have a whole bunch of various tools that I use to check links and things. Because I also had one of those with sponsorship offers. But I now have a program that checks the URL itself to see if it's legitimate. And they build entire websites for this that look like they're supposed to be what they're supposed to be, but they're not.
Yep. They do a great job. Like, I'm not trying to like lift them up any, but they do a great job at scamming, bro. They're really, really good about it. So, it's like I said, I almost fell for one of them right there. Pretty spooky stuff, man, and a lot of people get wrecked by it, and it sucks. And I kind of wish there was a way we could kind of thwart that kind of thing, but it just is what it is, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Maybe we'll have a government task force that can protect us from this in the future with our digital Bill of Rights. Probably not.
Please.
We'll probably get worse.
Please. Please come save us from the evils of the fucking the online censorship and online fakery and online parasocial people. It's just it's everything's just out of control, man, and it's only getting worse and worse and worse. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Hopefully, though, this will be a nice big slap to Visa and MasterCard, I pray, because they were getting out of hand.
Heresy's the question.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Fire
they
is
tried
the
to
answer.
claim that it wasn't them for like the first 3 responses or whatever. Like, yeah, it had nothing to do with us. It's all good. And Steam's like, nah, not so fast. Rest in peace. So.
It's actually remarkable because this is something that unifies, to a degree, the right and left. Like, I remember doing a video on an article that this guy wrote ages ago, and he's one of the cuckiest fucking people I've ever read an article of. Like, just the most beta male shit you can imagine. And even he's like, oh yeah, the payment processors are getting a bit out of hand. They're trying to control what I can jerk off to. I'm like, fuck, we agree. Probably not directly on what, but good. We agree.
You don't go after porn. That's one thing you don't do. Because the gooners will come for you.
Well, the gooners have finally learned their lesson because they've been going after porn for absolute ages. I did a video where I was referencing like the old internet and how crazy shit were, how it was genuinely the wild, wild west and there were no rules. And I tried to look up a meme for jailbait. Because that was a big meme around the pedo bear times when people were really stretching to find something offensive. And it doesn't exist. It's wiped off the fucking internet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be Googling that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's dangerous to Google it now because I found a list of old Reddits, like things like Fat People Hate and Our Jailbait. All of it's been wiped out. And it's just this long list of shit that used to be memes that people had for like, haha, look at me, I'm a terrible person. All of it wiped out.
Yeah.
And eventually, of course, they run out of that stuff. They run out of the shit that we can all agree is bad, and then they go, oh, you're choking a woman in your Steam game? No.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, that's the whole point, man. That's the whole point is they lose track of what's going on, and it like dilutes what people think is actually insane. All right. And like that's the issue with everything. And people do zero research. So, you could say, for example, like, oh, like I saw this episode of Dexter that was banned in the US. It was wild as hell. It was actually really good. And then somebody could be like, oh, Arch said he watched the banned episode of Dexter that has like a lot of racism in it. And he said it was pretty good. Like he needs to be completely removed from the internet forever. Right. And then you actually watch the episode and it's nothing. It has nothing in it like that. It's just like a black guy drives a cab. And that's like, and that people, but for some reason, people like saw more than that was there. So they just, they demand you get removed with zero actual research on what they're actually talking about. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. It's absolutely frustrating.
It is kind of crazy.
It reminds me of, actually, I remember reading an excerpt from an Ozzy Osbourne book, but it wasn't Ozzy Osbourne. It was like a Christian book. It was like an overt, like radical Christian book that was talking about like celebrity culture. This was in the 90s, by the way. And I remember them talking about like Ozzy Osbourne performing satanic rituals and like sacrificing animals in all of his rituals. And I'm like, I remember reading it at 9 years old and being like, that sounds stupid and insane. And like now looking back on it, I'm like, me at 9 years old knew that was stupid and insane and not real. Right. But there was like 40-year-old people reading that and being like, oh my God, I can't believe this actually happened. When in actuality, none of that actually happened. He bit off the head of a bat that he thought was not, he thought it was a rubber bat like one time. And everybody's like, yeah, he like bites bats' heads off and like sacrifices animals and children. And, but people would never research it, right? They don't care about if it actually happened. They're just angry that somebody made the statement that it possibly happened, maybe.
Yep. I mean, we have a recent example of that, which has now had a pseudo happy ending with the Gina Carano tale.
Yeah.
So Gina Carano made a post that was entirely correct, saying that, okay, the dehumanization of the Jews in Nazi Germany didn't start with concentration camps. It was a long built-up of dehumanization and a long campaign of vilifying the enemy and turning them into something less than people. Absolutely correct. And she got heated off Disney for that.
Yep. Because they applied their own meaning to it, right? They applied this meaning that she was like saying that, oh, actually, this is the same as Nazism and we're being persecuted right now. Right.
Yeah.
And that's not even what she said, even remotely, but they applied whatever they thought to what she said and decided to cancel her for it. Right? Because that's what they wanted. They don't give a damn. Like they don't even care. Even a lot of the people actually probably understood the post and they still don't care. They just want her removed. They want her destroyed because she's not part of their tribe. That means she needs to be killed immediately.
Yeah, because the point is very simple. If you start dehumanizing your opponent, well, we know where it leads.
Yep.
And this lawsuit has been going on now for when did this happen? Like, this is like 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
See,
people were mad because she settled out of court, which is the silliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
2020, 2021 or something, yeah.
It's like, what do you mean you were mad at her settle? Wait, they wanted her to be in like a long, expensive, drawn-out lawsuit that was televised, and I'm like, not everything's for your entertainment. Not everybody owes you like entertainment value, right? It's like when creators have beefs and like people are like, why won't you respond to the beef that some random guy says? It's like, I don't know who that is and I don't care. And they're like they don't care about your well-being. They don't care about like what you're going through. They just want more entertainment, more, draw it out as long as possible so I can exercise as much juicy fucking Lumi milk from it I can, you know?
Yellow Lumi milk.
Shut up.
And like, I get the disappointment because if this had gone to court, there would be proper discovery, things would have become public, and there's a lot of shit going on inside of Disney, as proven by the fact that they now elected to settle. But at the same time, it's like you also got to view it from the person's perspective. She's been in a drawn-out court case for 4 years, getting bombarded with Disney legal demands. And if this had gone to court, it would have been another 4 or 5 years of this. And I get it that she's just like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this for a decade. And I understand even that there's an argument, but she should sacrifice for the greater good. All of this I understand. But more so, this is the era with the modern day legal system, in that everything takes a fucking ice age. There are so many ways to slow down the process, to delay, to appeal, to consider motions, court dates every 6 months and so on. And it's a massive strain on a person's life to have to deal with this, think about it, worry over it. It's a big load.
Yep.
And of course, this is another problem also with the big companies, that it's entirely possible for them to just exhaust you for 4 years and then go, want $10 million? And to Disney, that's fucking nothing. It's a week's revenue.
Right. Yeah. So I'm all in. Right. And that's good for her. I mean, you get the stress behind you, you get the call at a W, and you get money. Like there's no lose-lose. And the only people angry about it just wanted more entertainment value. They don't give a fuck about Gina. They don't care about Disney. They don't care about like who's affected. They just want more entertainment, more things to watch on YouTube and just to extract like entertainment value from. So I see it as a huge win, and I'm glad it happened.
Yeah, I am again a bit disappointed that we didn't get to see some of Disney's dirty laundry, but I understand. And again, it shows more of the problems of the legal system than fucking anything.
100%.
Well. And we'll see if she makes a return. If she does, I doubt it. I think if anything, Disney will be like, "Oh yeah, we'll totally talk to your agent." And 6 months later, like, "Oh yeah, we have an idea. Like maybe this." 6 months later, "Oh no, that was cancelled, but we've got this thing." 6 months later, so on.
Yeah. Well, apparently reports are coming out that Johnny Depp will be in Pirates. I think it's 7, Pirates 6, 7. Maybe it's 6. I don't remember. Anyways, there's apparently reports that he will be in the new one. And back in the day, he demanded $300 million. So I don't know. Disney apparently they got through that whole debacle. So I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them for Gina to come back, but would she really want to? Because I feel like that would be almost a negative. Now I don't know about other people's opinions on that. Star Wars is lame now, so I wouldn't really want to be involved in it if I was her. But after everything that happened, taking the money and running, and then not talking to Disney anymore, kind of would be like a Chad response.
Yeah, it would.
Yep.
Speaking of as well, another fucking. I hate James Cameron. I've grown to just fucking despise James Cameron.
Oh, I love the South Park episode though.
I've justified only making Avatar for 20 years because they can do some good. Oh, come the fuck on. You've ripped off Dancing with Wolves. Your message is, oh, the environment's really important, bitch. This is children's first fairy tale, and you're gonna do it for 40 years. Don't give yourself airs. Just be like George Lucas and be like, yeah, I made a stupid movie about people shooting each other with laser rifles. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I hold the I think they're all right. They're not like groundbreaking or anything. I enjoy them, but as far as it's kind of, do they deserve to be the top grossing movies of all time? I don't think so. I think they're just kind of solid. I like the second one. I think more than the first one. I can't really remember actually. They're kind of mid. But they I mean, if you look at box office results only, they're considered like the best films ever, right? Which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. They're decent enough what they are, but they're very basic storylines and very misunderstood storylines as well.
Yeah, I like the scene where she finds him in his little tube thing at the very end of the first one, and she picks him up and he's like a little baby and she's huge. I always like that scene. he's like holding his like limp body when he's in the little machine, putting the mask on his face, and she's so big and he's little. I don't know why, it's funny to me.
I just don't think we need another 20 years of this, but hey, if God, this is going to be the only cultural phenomenon of our era, and the only reason why it's a cultural phenomenon is because it isn't a cultural phenomenon. The most remarkable thing about Avatar is that people go and watch it, and they forget about it the moment they leave the theater. Like, what the fuck was that about? I don't know, fishes or something.
At least our generation, roughly speaking, got Lord of the Rings. So, I mean, I watched all those in theaters. And I think I was 10 years old in the first one, and I was 16 on the last one. And I watched all of them in theaters and thought they were the greatest shit ever.
Yeah.
So, at least we got that. So
nobody's ever forgetting the plot of the Lord of the Rings. Meanwhile, people can't even remember what happened in the Avatar movies beyond the humans, they lost or something, like twice maybe. I don't know.
I kind of think it wakes something inside sleeping furries, and they don't know because they don't know they exist, and they still don't understand that they have furry tendencies, right? But they just like Avatar. Maybe it has something to do with that.
Well, Lum, as the resident fetish expert, what do you think?
Oh my god, I've only ever seen the first Avatar movie, and when it was in theaters, I was like, it looks neat. Never watched the other ones. I honestly forgot about them for the longest time. The only movie that I'm honestly caring about right now is the goddamn Odyssey movie that's coming out next year. I only know what kind of train wreck that's going to be.
Well, it just has the worst people in it. Doesn't it have Tom Holland and Zendaya in it?
Yep.
Like, why? Like, I'm not gonna see that. You've already goofed. I don't know. I don't want to see it. I don't care that they're like friends and real close and stuff. I don't give a fuck. That makes it worse. Stop putting them in everything. Right?
They're a couple. That makes it worse.
Ugh, gross. Yeah. So, yeah. As soon as I heard Tom Holland and Zendaya are in, I was like, "Oh, not watching that." So, and there's also, I think there's a lot of other like actors I don't care for in it either. So I wouldn't have seen it anyway. But yeah, I keep getting brought in to see stuff. I actually fell for the ad for Weapons. I don't know if you've heard about that new quote unquote horror movie.
Oh yeah, I seen a bunch of stuff saying like, "Oh, this is like the best movie of the year or whatever," and I'm like, "Okay, I like horror movies." And then I see people saying this is more like a horror comedy. I'm like, "Oh, sad
it's
face."
not. It's really frustrating because if I would have watched it on Netflix with zero context, I'd have been like, "Oh, this was all right. You know, it's kind of fun." But going into the movie thinking it's supposed to be the scariest movie ever, it had barely any horror in it. It was almost not a horror movie. There's like a jump scare at the beginning, and then that's it. And then it kind of tries to evoke some vibes here and there, but it's more like a murder mystery movie. And it literally turns into a comedy at the end. Like middle way to the end. It turns into a comedy. It's all right. I enjoyed it. I think it was a little boring, but it being sold as a horror movie was so frustrating because it was the one scene you see in the 2 trailers. That's literally all of it. That's all the horror scenes in the whole movie. It's like the 2 to 3 scenes they put in the trailer are all the scenes in the horror movie. Like that's it. They put them all in the trailer because that's how long they last. It's like a total of like 40 seconds of screen time is the horror elements. So silly, man.
It's interesting that Lum only watched the first Avatar movie, the only one with a feet scene in it.
Why? No, shut up! Why do you look these things up, Arch?
Wow. I thought to myself, why did Lumi only watch the first one? And then I thought, oh, right.
Shut up.
There weren't a lot of feet in the second one, that's why.
Shut up.
So why do you like feet so much?
I don't. I hate them. They're disgusting.
So like you don't like getting your toes sucked on and stuff.
Ew.
Okay, I was just asking, Lumi. I wasn't trying to fucking say anything. I was just,
they're gross. I hate them, but that's why Arch is putting his fetish on me, saying like, yes, torment the Lum by saying that she likes feet.
I'm right there with you, dude. Like, I despise feet. I despise it. I do not want them anywhere near my face. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. But my buddy Drex, he's like a 6'5" black dude, loves feet. He will suck them feet down, bro. So there you go. I mean, hey man, I'm not knocking anything. I just didn't know that you were into it, Lumi. So I was just trying to ask.
A friend for Lumla. She frequently dips her feet in all kinds of food to attract people. Lumi. One day.
Are all of those Lumi? Is the giant voluptuous one also Lumi? Who's the little ones?
Yep, they're all Lumis.
They're all different ones.
They're all Lumis.
Well, there's a species. You see. That's the thing. The Lumi is a species, it's not individual. And Lum is just the plumpest of all of the Lums.
Interesting.
Let's do a few more of these super chats. To TJ Bracken's Arch, can you give Foundation Apple TV a shot? It's based on the books Isaac Asimov wrote, and I enjoy it so far. It's based on the books in the same way that a Will Smith movie is based on a book. Not a fan. Arsam, Lumi, how fat was the HR woman that hired you? True, Lumi, how fat was the HR woman?
Most of the people that I work with, even in the offices, are relatively fit. Nope, not one fat person in sight.
Good. I'm so tired of fat people.
I get irrationally angry when I see morbidly obese people.
Yeah, and it's not even like, and don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I don't mean somebody that like has a belly on them or has some cheeks on them. I totally get it, bro.
Citizenship.
But like when people are like sitting there and they're 400 pounds and they're like sitting on the couch and they're like, "Oh damn, dinner was so good. I had 8 pieces of pizza." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was pretty good. I loved it." And then they open like a bag of chips and start eating the chips like while they're watching TV. And I'm just like, "Bro, like what are you doing?" And then they'll be like, "I'm so sad because I just can't lose weight." And I'm like, "You're not fucking trying." And the only reason you're saying that you're sad because you want me to affirm you. Like it's not hard. It's so easy. And I was fat until I was 16, 17. I was obese. I wasn't morbidly obese, but I was like 280 pounds. And I just stopped drinking soda one day. And I lost like 100 pounds in 4 months or something close to that. It may have been longer or shorter. I can't really remember. It was, when I was 17. But I remember looking in the mirror one day and I was like scrawny, like sickly skinny. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Couldn't believe it. I got my first girlfriend immediately. Didn't even have to do anything. It just happened. But yeah, that's the crazy part. And then I got fat again in my 20s and I noticed it immediately. I was like 230 and I was like, oh, fuck this. And I just joined the gym and started going to the gym and just started eating like right. And I ironed out my diet and I got down to 147. Within like 6 months. And then I started bulking and cutting, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. So every November to February, I cut, and I'll cut 30 to 40 pounds. And I'll get down to 170. But I'll be at about 205 at start. And it's so easy to lose weight. And people have no idea because they can't just go to the gym. And if they do it for 3 days, and they're like, okay, I can cheat. I can have a cheat meal now because I went to the gym one time, right? And they'll just lose track within 2 weeks, and they won't see any progress in a week or two, so they get frustrated. And it takes I don't even see weight loss for the first like 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden it drops fast, right? So it's so easy to lose weight, and people just have never done it, therefore they don't have the perspective, so they just stay fat. And they just claim it's just impossible. Well, it's just impossible. My genetics won't allow me to do that. And I'm like, bro, my entire family's fat. Like, it's what is it called? Dynamics. Fuck. What's the phrase? Arch. Thermodynamics.
Metabolism.
Yeah, energy in, energy out. You can't just stay fat, bro. Like if you eat right and you go to the gym, you're good to go.
That's what's so impressive with Lum. She's managed to remain rotund for an extended period of time.
Shut the fuck up, Arch.
Oh, shit.
It takes time to build a Lum of this size.
God damn, that's a big one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a bowling ball. That's literally just a damn bowling ball. You push her down.
Shadow Fox. Next, D1LD0 needs to be thrown to see if they can get it to stick to the backboard or something. I don't understand the words you speak to me sometimes, I swear to God. I feel like sometimes I'll get message just going like, if I invest heavily in chicken as a form of pavement, will I get paid if I patent it? And also, how many McDonald's? And I'm just saying, okay. What is the meaning of this? How many McDonald's? Which McDonald's? Paid for what? What chicken? Why are you going to use it for a road? And I try to piece it together. Chat, be more obvious with me. I am old. I require context. Sandy,
poke her belly button. Look at that belly button. I just want to put my thumb in there. Goom.
Show CAMELCAST the Black Nosferatu. Where is she even?
I want to see it.
Will she pop up? Ah. What was her name? Cynthia Irvios. Damn, YouTube.
It's always YouTube. Fucking YouTube, bro. I don't know what's going on with YouTube lately. It's been wild. It's like oh my god, Jesus.
That's a good still.
That literally
hate
just
her.
looks like Nosferatu creeping up the stairs.
It does, but she's playing Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. That was weird.
Now, the thing with Jesus Christ Superstar as well, okay, so the entire point of Jesus Christ Superstar is it was written specifically to piss off Christians. That was the entire point of the show. Because it basically makes Judas the main character, and it tries to pitch Jesus in a like crazy light, like he's being just a absurd nutter, and that Judas is actually the moral center of Jesus' world. Again, explicitly made just to try and make Christians upset. And the Christians at the time got it banned because that was like the fucking 60s, 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it keeps running, and it's kind of like one of those things where the left is looking over at the Christian. Look, I'm insulting your religion, and they're like, "Yeah, I know. We're aware. It's been going on for the last 60 years."
Yeah. I mean, to be completely fair, I never had a problem with this because I'm not really passionate enough about it. And I was already aware that people already considered it like blasphemic, but just the still images are just wild. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so strange and jarring. It does look like Nosferatu.
Oh,
It's just wild. It looks just like that. I remember scrolling past it on my timeline, and I couldn't believe it was real. And nothing against Cynthia, that lady. I'm just saying, like, she's just built like Nosferatu. It's so weird. Strange.
Her entire body structure, the jaw, the nose looks like a snout. The fucking like several centimeters long claws.
It's wild. You could literally black that out, right? You could black that out and remove the like mic, and make it look like a shadow, and people would just think it's Nosferatu.
Yeah, like if you made a silhouette of that, people would assume it to be the vampire.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, like it's just cringe now taking shots at Christianity, which hasn't been a power structure for fucking 40 years. It reminds me of the British Music Awards a few years ago, where one of those gay new style artists dressed up like the devil on stage, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's mocking Christianity! How powerful!" Like, God, cringe ass fucking.
Yeah, it's very 80s.
This hasn't been edgy for 50 years. Calm down.
Yeah, it's that's my favorite GIF image or whatever, is where it shows Squidward and he's like, daring today, aren't we?
Yes.
The guy like orders a Krabby Patty. And like that's what I feel when I see the same like tired joke. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you turn on that, and that's kind of like where the word woke comes from. It's like you turn on something and there's a character of whatever race or whatever denomination that they would fit into a box, and then their entire character arc and strife is exactly like the media's perspective on their strife right now on Twitter. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so edgy and cool. I can't believe how great this is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're going against the grain. It reminds me of Tom Morello being like, fuck Trump. I'm like, oh wow, you're daring today, aren't you, Tom Morello? Very daring. Like saying the thing that 100% of the people in your circle say 24/7. I can't believe it, bro. You're crazy. How could you? Damn. You know?
Yep. And it's conducted by just absolute clowns. It reminds me of, this is the same guy, isn't it? This.
Oh my god, look at his, he got some fat shins, bro. No, like I kind of like that outfit that Sam Smith wore. It's kind of funny. It's like his little legs are jiggling. I just don't like the ones where he's like in like a thong, and I'm like, bro, you look like a 45-year-old like alcoholic, like fat man. But don't do the thong. Now I would say like probably not do the thong anyway, like regardless, even if you're Chris Hemsworth, but like especially not if you're like a tubby gross dude, you know?
Hey, but
Something weird about it.
this entire man is a caricature of himself. Like, there was this one. He's just walking around. All of him is just a classic, slightly chubby British tourist, right? Poorly dressed beard, buzz cut, tattoos everywhere, and a skirt. Just,
I mean, this isn't Scotland, bro. Come on.
this is one of those people who would burst into flames and die if somebody didn't pay attention to them for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of their like marketing program. It's like, look at me, and I have no conviction. I have no genuine traits. Everything is about as many clicks and as many people talking as possible, and I could give two shits what people like see behind the scenes, right? Which is kind of like the most empty shell of a person, which is probably something I don't respect the most out of everything, is when people will say or do whatever possible to just garner, some attention, negative, positive. It does not matter. They do not care. They just want it. It's a lot like Hassan Piker. I don't believe anything Hassan Piker says, right? Because I don't think you can. Well, I can't, in my opinion, because everything he says is kind of like edgy and kind of in an attempt to be jarring to get more clicks. And given his actual individualistic lifestyle, he can't really believe everything he says, or else he, you know what I'm saying? Like his lifestyle completely conflicts with his personal beliefs. How can you own supercars? You don't think anybody should own supercars. This makes no sense to me, right? So it's just, I'll say whatever it takes to get $1 and get a click. I don't care about anything else, which is probably like the position I like have the least respect for. Like I like when people like stick to their guns, and when it even hurts them financially to do so,
Well, in the case of the Brofessor, he simply found something more profitable than giving dating tips on YouTube.
Yep.
Although, I've also come to notice that sometimes Hassan with long hair also looks a little bit like Lum.
Shut up.
It's like
Why are you like this?
It's like in the wavy locks. Plus, if you really zoom in close, it kind of looks like he's got scales. See?
Yeah. Just nothing but evil behind them eyes, bro.
Might be related to Lum. I think Sam. Okay, this guy is better because at least if you look at him here, like he's just dead. Like you'd think that he'd show up in this and he'd be smiling and laughing, like, "Look at me, I'm fucking ridiculous." No, he's just like, "God help me."
Yeah, 100%. In defense to Sam Smith, just a little bit, right? His marketing company and PR firm are 100% handling all of this. And he's just like, okay, I guess I'll do it, Whereas Hassan Piker, I feel like he is in control of what he says and does, often, which makes it a little bit worse of a situation there.
Like there's no life in these eyes. There's no smile on these lips. He's just like, the humiliation continues.
Rip.
Poor man. Although, so that we will fulfill our weekly gross out Lum quota, imagine all of the sweat that gathers up inside that suit, Lum.
Shut up. No. Shut up.
He probably makes his boyfriend drink it, Lum.
No.
I hate
Shut up.
Sweat.
Stop it.
I hate sweat so much.
Why are you like this?
Saliva too. I hate saliva too. It's weird. I'm weird,
yeah.
man. I don't hate it. No, no shit. I saw a video. Literally what you're saying. Somebody had a leather suit on, like a leather tight suit on, at a convention, and they got like a cup and wrung out the bottom of it, like at their leg, and it poured like a faucet, and it made me almost pass out.
Yeah,
it's so disgusting. It makes my heart race increase thinking about it.
Lum makes
What do you
ice
think,
cube out of
Lum?
that stuff.
What do you think, Lum? You like that The juice.
I'd rather throw myself off of a skyscraper.
The human freshly squeezed.
Shut the fuck up!
Freshly squeezed.
Shut up! No!
I think that was because this was on Twitter a little while ago, and the person in question started doing damage control. She was wearing Asuka cosplay, and people were reposting this everywhere. Like, holy shit, look at this! And the person that made the cosplay was freaking out, trying to send like DMCAs to people. Like, no, you can't show that, please. She started realizing what she'd released, I guess.
Rippity doo-dah. It happens to the best of us, man.
Maybe he has like a plug near his butt, Lum Lum, that he can just like pop out
Shut
and
up.
like, drains, you know?
Well, this will make Lum Lum feel better. When we were in the race car for several hours, we just shit or piss our pants.
What the fuck is
No,
wrong?
Lum Lum.
What do you mean, what's wrong with us? That's what we have to do, okay? Now,
I have to have like a catheter or something.
could you imagine wrecking at 190 with a catheter in your hole?
You know
on,
what? There.
Dick just rips right off and it just goes out the window. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my catheter got hooked on my shifter and ripped my dick right off. I apologize. No, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. I've never had to do it yet though. But that is what, like, if you have like uncontrollable diarrhea and you're like got 2 hours left in the race, yeah, you just let her go. Let it go. Let it go.
You know
And
what?
you-
Fair enough.
Juices, Lum Lum. Juices.
Shut up. Shut up, Arch.
Then there's just holes in your seat though. There's drainage, so you know you're all good. It's not like you boil in it. That's what they used to do back in the 70s and 80s. They would start boiling in it, so they just started
Oh.
developing drainage systems.
Ah, boiled in one's own juices. Lum Lum's ultimate fetish fantasy.
Gross.
There are very few things Lum Lum likes that aren't gross. We've just come to accept that as a part of her being.
Shut up.
Titty milk, grounded up left hands.
Placenta for eating.
Fat. Just fat. Pure unadulterated fatness. It just gets her. Loves it.
If fat people make me angry. It's
Put
just
your
like
rolls.
people who use EBT, they make me unfathomably angry.
EBT.
Yes. People who
Oh, you-
use food stamps, no, I hate them.
Jeez. No, it's like, you know what my favorite is? Is when there's a liquor store and it's got like it's missing the Q, you know, because it's like in a rundown area, and then this sign says EBT accepted here.
Oh my fucking god. It's like I see gas stations and stuff, mostly in the ghetto and all that, where they're like, oh yeah, EBT is accepted, and they'll let people pay for their fucking gas with their EBT. They'll just ring up something else.
In the ghetto. Use your EBT. In the ghetto. Hell yeah, dude.
Ah, look at that. Lum Lum complains, then posts this.
Yes, Tori made it.
Lum
Are
Lum
you
doesn't
posting
like
porn of
feet.
yourself?
That's
No.
why Lum Lum makes a picture of herself with a foot.
I didn't make the picture. Tori did.
Commissioned that, Lum Lum. Disgusting.
I would. You know, it's got all the good features. Like thick ass, thick thighs. Can't go wrong, man. The
Five
older I
toes.
get, like the thicker I need your extremities to be. It's like ass, just enormous. I don't care. Tiny waist. Let's go. I'm all about it, bro. It's something. Maybe it's like a biological clock for men, right? It's like we have one as well. It's like the fatter the ass. You're like, you know what? That could house so many children. You could fit a lot of children in there.
Butt babies.
slaps the ass. You could fit a lot of children in there. That's a very old meme. I hope everybody enjoys it.
Let's see. Oh, okay. We're moving towards the end of the show. I just need to wrap up the handful of super chats remaining. Handful. Alex Anderson, women's sport feels like watching two teams of invalids battle it out to see who's less crippled. It's just pitiful.
Ignorant
How
slut.
Citadel
That
funded.
is really true.
Also, we're still at the women's sports part of things, are we? Oh, good.
Yes, let's rehash this, please, God, Jesus.
John Jim, Lum Lum, there is Homestuck anime trailer by the creators of Has Been Hotel Vivsipo. Enjoy yourself, Arch. I just gave her the code word Homestuck.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Why can't I ever escape this fucking thing? It's not fair. It's just like Hatalia. Homestuck is a webcomic that I used to read when I was in high school. And lately, the creator of Homestuck, Andrew Hussey, has been crashing out over an archival project that people have been doing because he won't keep his own fucking website stable. Because ever since Flash was lost support and everything, his website's been broken and hasn't fixed it at all. Ew, why? No! Shut up! No!
It's very disgusting,
No!
Lum Lum. I can't. Even
Need to
I'm a
get-
little bit freaked out by this.
Why did you just pull up Jade as your first thing? Why did you have this prepared?
I just Googled Homestuck Lum Lum, and this was the first one that came up. It's
Oh,
presumably
shut
one
up.
of your long-lost fan art projects. That's right. Lum Lum used... This is Lum Lum's old fan art.
I'm not looking. I have the stream closed. I'm not looking at it.
It would make Lumi probably like it more if you put that slight dust tinge to the feet, soles.
Why?
But I know, bro. God, that makes me want to die when I see that.
Ugh.
Oh, when a girl comes over and she's walking around, then she sits down and I see her her soles of her feet are black for some reason. I'm just yeah, you can leave. You can just leave. It's fine. Keep the money. You keep the money. Just leave.
Lost fetish archives. Should have remained lost. We'll put Alien Isolation thumbnail on screen instead of Lum Lum's long lost, understandably long lost fucking fan art.
Shut the fuck up.
I like
I
that
will-
next.
I will admit that Has Been Hotel is my fucking guilty pleasure, and I know I shouldn't because it's a terribly written show on so many fucking levels, but I can't help but like it because clearly the person who made it really enjoyed making it. I was like, okay, well, fine.
I've seen a lot of memes from it, but I've never seen it.
It's not worth it.
Okay, good. That's all I need to know. Because I am very selective. Me getting tricked by the weapons ads to go see weapons really bums me out. They never get me. Ads never get me. They hype never gets me. I pride myself on that. And that ad got my ass, and it ruined it. I knew I was getting tricked, and I got tricked, man. I got completely and utterly tricked. And I went and saw Superman, which unexpectedly, I had a 5-hour layover in Chicago or something recently. So I was like, fuck, I'll go see a movie. And I look, and Superman's playing, obviously the new Superman. And I was like, fuck it, I'll see it. And it was great. Fucking enjoyed the hell out of it. So, when you have zero expectations, it goes well. But I had a little bit for the weapons, and it let me down pretty hard.
Mercenaries anyone? Arch, that breast milk is for Moose Man only. You need to buy her a raspberry ice cream cheesecake dinner first already. Have some class, man. Listen, Xenonot donated $200 to reserve the first batch of breast milk. I think he's paid for it already.
Ignorant slut.
458, Trump W, therefore Dev mad. That's the next anyone. How about politicians with really big kittens? And by kittens, I mean saber-toothed tigers with hunger. I will never get over the fact that Mike Tyson bought a tiger and raised it, and even himself admitted that, okay, it's a wild animal, it's okay with me, but it would kill and maul any of my friends and family.
Yep. I remember videos of him hugging his tiger and stuff and lying. And I'm like, ain't no way in absolute hell. That's one of my irrational fears is big cats. I can't stand them. They scare the shit out of me. So
Santoom, Future Bloodsport, tank fights with outdated tanks. Why not? Bob, hey, the way Eddie Hall said he managed to do that lift is that he managed his kids stuck under a car. He basically self-hypnotized himself to go further beyond. Yes. Which is crazy, but at that point too, okay, so you gotta break your own mind to do this. Are you sure? Is this a good idea? Alex Anderson, hear me out. Girls and Panzer, but deadly. Who wouldn't watch? Just don't use little girls. We don't want to be like that one Dojin. Said it all. That's true. We wouldn't want to be like that. Where's next anyone? Hulk Hogan is hagging a 5-way cage match with Andre, Mokaman, Ultimate Warrior, and Iron Sheik in heaven. Hogan rolled into heaven riding the Gorka blimp. Doesn't go. The guy on the left of Arnold is Wilt Chamberlain. Lumi loves feet. Lumi is in breast milk taste committee. Damn. Do you at least get paid for that?
Oh my god.
Hello, Fox. If you bring that up, you will get attacked by a bunch of Siggers. Siggers. Aha, I get it. That's funny. Shannon, Naked Snack Foot Edition. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a Lumi body pillow somewhere with like the soles of the feet like raised up, I guess.
Why are you like this?
If there isn't, Lum Lum, I'll make one. And I'll tag
Why
it
are you
official Lumi product and everything, and I'll put it on the internet. Look, she's selling it. TJ Bracken's Arch, please give Foundation a watch. I refuse. That is the 5th ad roll in 2 minutes. YouTube is crazy. Oh, Jesus. Damn.
I never I don't think I've ever had ads on for streaming. I don't know if it changes anything. I think I should try it. Cuz the algorithm's been so wild lately. Like I went from getting 1,000 concurrent on my streams and 20, 30, 40,000 per video to literally nothing overnight. It was like I noticed it one day. Just I went to stream one day and I had 200 people and I'm like, that's weird, but it's whatever, whatever. And then I put out a video and it got like 2,000 or 3,000 views. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it's just been like that for the last like month and a half now. And I'm just like, okay. My revenue is the exact same though. It's actually higher, so I don't really know how to judge it. It's really weird. So I'm
Yeah,
like, maybe
the
I
new
should turn on
algorithm is
fucking-
throwing everybody for a loop. I think Oh, that's why. Right, there you go, chat. So I set the ad to aggressive because I want to see if that helped the video in the algorithm. And I think it might actually have.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I'm turning on aggressive ads tonight. Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on?
And those were like, I get very few complaints about it, which means that 90% of you probably have ad blockers installed already.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a win-win. The algorithm likes me better because I have it set to aggressive, and none of you are bothered because all of you have ad block on.
It all worked out.
Fifth ad roll in 2 minutes, huh? Damn. See, that's the problem. I get YouTube wanting like, okay, we want more ad revenue. All right, I get it. I want more ad revenue too. But if you push it too far, then people will just use ad blocker and you'll get nothing anyway. So
Yeah, they're trying to go back to the old model. Every company is, and it's almost like they're working together, right? So there's a new streaming app every other day. Like now, there's one called Howdy by Roku, and it's like $2.99 a month. And if you count the streaming services, we're almost up to like what cable offers, but you're spending like $14 to $10 per streaming service. And YouTube's doing the exact same thing, right? And they're all wanting as many ads as possible, and they don't realize that people will go sell the high seas if you push them far enough. All it takes is one viral person like Asmongold or somebody getting 10 million views on like a Pirate Bay video, and it's over. Your model is over. Because I remember when I go and stay in hotels for racing, I'll log into something, right? Or they'll have Tubi or something. and I'll be watching it in a hotel, and it will be like ad break after 2 minutes, and it will be one of 8. Like one of 8 ads. And it's like 5 minutes long of just ads. And you know, like you're not going to be able to go back to that model, right? That's why I only have 3 streaming services. I have Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime. And Disney and Hulu they come together with my cell phone. And I think Amazon might come with my fiber. I don't remember. So I basically pay for like 1 or 2 of my streaming services, and I will never sign up for another one. I limited it like 2 or 3. But there are people out there, you know, that have like 20, right? So,
Yep. And again, like it's trying to be cable, and eventually it'll drive people away, just like cable did. And right now, even piracy is surging again. It was basically wiped out because everybody had easier access to entertainment by just paying $5-10 a month. Now that that's changing, we'll see piracy come back very soon.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I foresee that happening for sure. I noticed that a ton of the shows I watch, like, you know, that I'll turn on in the background are suddenly not on. You know, they're not on whatever I watch. They're just gone now, and they're on Paramount or some other random like Apple TV, and I'm like, yeah, I'll never subscribe to those. So there we go. You know.
MJ Bull 15, fish top, lady bottom is best configuration for getting tail. Krieger, Bass Pro Shop sells guns, ammo, and everything else. Look at their pyramid arch. It's in my home state. I do want to go to Las Vegas at some point, just to be there, because there's a lot of cool stuff there. And like that giant sphere thing, that sounds like a really good time.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas every year since I was 21. Good time.
Shadow Fox, and if this thing Trump is doing goes through, don't stop the calls. We need about 20 pounds of flesh from Master and Visa. Yennefer, have you watched the Fat Electrician's Bass Pro Shop Pyramid video? It is hilariously informative. I have not, no. I watch very little YouTube. Hammer of Subtlety, I've come to the conclusion that we will see an AI-controlled government within 20 years at most. The main argument being humanity's too retarded to govern itself. Probably the new leftist goalpost, and the machine god will be born in our lifetime. And it will bear the face of a cute anime girl or a dommy mommy. One or the other, we're doomed thanks to AI addicts. Yes. Why I keep saying that Lumi Tube is the future.
Shut up.
We will fill your tank of Lumi Lube and descend into the Lumi Tube. Raining Terror, hello there, Sweden. Footfish, this is a skip for me, but this is for small Lum and some random game.
Fire is the
Thank you.
answer.
Elfpire Eva, Trump's Congress must create an internet Bill of Rights and look up S401. That's a current year version. Thank you, Elfpire. Lum, you should get Elfpire on at some point too.
Okay.
Try not to lose this one.
I'll try.
Humble Kriegsman, good evening. I am reading Eisenhorn at the moment. You should read too. Have. Oh, actually, Lumi. Lumi should read. Lum doesn't read. Have you seen Lum try to read?
Shut up.
I imagine Lum reading a book.
I don't read aloud. I read to myself. Shut
You
up.
should read aloud. It'd be funnier.
Damn straight.
I'm not gonna read aloud to myself. That's weird.
Well, it'd be funny.
No.
Any other 40k book you can recommend? My XP will be High in Line Starship Troopers. ArchCat Fund. 40k, but Space Wolves, Omnibus, Gotrix and Felix, Cyphers Kane, obviously. Although, honestly, if you're switching over to Heinlein, I would highly recommend some old classics like Isaac Asimov's Caves of Steel, for example. You will find he predicted a lot of shit. A whole lot of shit. CGR902, what's the URL checker program you use? I need one. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. I have it bookmarked somewhere. I think I use it like twice yearly. Jason Devoe, he's Lumi Visipop is making Homestuck series. We need to bring up the feed again.
Me and Mal are talking about it right now.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Ask Mal why she was so mean when I was deplatformed. Mercenaries anyone, the end goal of all censorship is the extermination of the human race in totality. No one understands just how far the Davos people will go, Arch. They're mad because of lack of discovery on Disney. Yes, they are mad because of that. Mark to shame, low turnout at Chevron boycott, more signs than demonstrators. Maybe it's getting too warm in Seattle for the Palestinians. Nobody's going to leave their house for $20 if it's 140 degrees outside.
No. I wouldn't do it for $200. Fuck that.
Skeeby86, I want to see small Lum on the big head. Small Lum on head has been funded. That's true. Prison 101, greetings Arch. Azul Lane has its 7th anniversary stream in about 4 hours. Will you watch it? Prince Eugen. Azul Lane for calendar. That's right. I will be starting the calendar again. I think next month or middle of this week. I need to add that to Prince Eugen. Manchester92. Hey Arch, do you think the Imperium will send the Guard of Space Marines invited to Pandora? I think the Guard will do, honestly. I haven't played Azur Lane in years. It's a little bit upsetting. I'm sure it's gone to brand new and interesting places since then. Mercenaries anyone, Lum is the totem for Arch to project upon. In the shape of a foot.
Shut up.
Krieger, Arch, you have a dozen little minion Lumies? Yes, they're the Lums. Lum is merely the plumpest of the Lums. Whatever, no, so we can't be more obvious, Arch. We use the old leet speak, replacing letters with numbers and symbols to go around YouTube censorship. Even then, it's not enough sometimes. Learn to read, or fuse. And masquerade violation, blood hunt on the Nosferatu. Yeah, I suspect that's going to cause like a general problem in the vampire community when she's playing Jesus Christ on stage. Trevor, glory to the Arch God. Greetings to Camelot and Footfish. Troubleshooter, abandoned children.
Based.
That Maranga 2 explain the Homestuck bucket, Lum. Yeah, Lum, explain why Homestuck feet are good for you.
I am not going to explain the buckets to fucking Arch. Are you insane? No! That's weird even with context.
Wow,
No!
Is this another one of your fucking weird fetish things?
This is from Homestuck. I am not explaining the buckets.
This is another one of your weird fetish things.
Shut up.
That's a normal bucket.
If anything, me and Amalgamite, we're going to be doing a stream talking about Homestuck and watching the pilot and stuff when that releases. So you can... that's going to be a fun stream. We won't subject Arch to that because that is literally cruel and inhuman.
Weirdos.
Yes.
Heat Seeker, I still say we should fund Lumi going to FatCon, have her rate people's feet. Why do fat people love terrible flip-flops? Because they're sweaty and need the airflow? Probably. Alex Addison, what do you mean Citadel is funded? I put 20 to it yesterday and you said nothing. And in Steam's before, put last stream on this to something else. Listen, I think, was it funded last stream? It's funded. It's right there. I can see it. I even put an update on it. On the post. It's hard. Lewis, I was a Homestuck once, a cornerstone of internet history, but Lovecraftian madness to try and comprehend. So much queer fanfic and shipping, so much clown. We should fund Arch to VA it. Harrowelt, and better yet, have him read Psychological Hussey's pet project and certified schizo slop.
Do you guys forget how many pages Homestuck is? Arch would ask for an astronomical amount of money to read it. Because what was it? About, I think, 80,000 pages?
I probably won't get through all of that, no.
That's a lot.
I think it took about, 10 years for the webcomic to be finished?
Right, chat.
Me, me
$5
Mal
grand
are
and we start reading Homestuck.
$5,000. Okay, I'm gonna let Mal know. Let's see. Art said he would read Homestuck for $5K. Poor man.
Did you know? Fun fact, I learned recently, it takes Mal 40 minutes on average to defecate.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was what I said too.
Mine's like a sneeze. I just sit down and I'm good. That's all it takes.
Not Mal. Apparently she just produces like tiny pellets one at a time for 40 minutes straight. It's weird.
Like a rabbit?
Presumably, yeah.
Huh. How do you read Homestuck today? Site's broken? Oh, boo. I can give you the archive that I have. I just sent it over to Mal. We're going to be rereading Act 1 before the pilot comes out. Yes, I have an archive. I read Homestuck from the beginning to the end. I even did some VA work back in my Tumblr days.
And fan art.
No, not fan art. I didn't draw. I just
You've already
active.
seen the feet evidence, Lumlum. You can't hide.
That's Jade Harley. Shut up.
Marksman of 117B. Cam, since you're a fruit, be nice to Lumlum and tell her that she shouldn't be ashamed of her feet, love. Be the ally she needs. Lumi loves feet.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's something wrong with the Lumlum.
I'm right there with you, Lum. It's fine.
Maximal says, also, my little dictator has no VAs. Draft Lumi. Lumi's already busy with the other, 2 projects we have. And you can also visit Good Spring, next to Vegas. I don't know what that is. Sean King, Arch, you should watch the Chaotically Good Barbarian. Neither. Maranga 2, whenever you see my name in Supers, assume that it's going to Witcher. You will finish that game. Very well. Lucian, Lumi decides where to put this.
What's the one thing that you want funded for New Vegas?
Legion?
Put the 10 towards Legion or however much Lucian gave.
Legion. Lucian, Lumi decide where to put it. I don't. Homo Crazeman, I will stay with 40k, but you convinced me to read Heinlein, and your recommendations have been noted. Thank you very much. Archcat Fund. Heinlein is great. You will love Heinlein. He's fantastic. That we are through, because I don't have Streamlabs anymore, because I don't have PayPal anymore. Very useful, that.
Well, damn.
Did you make sure to delete the Streamlabs link, Arch?
No, but since they've told me I'll be getting my account back at some point, maybe.
Okay.
Sooner or later. And also, remember, chat, if the countless ads are too... Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go set it back to aggressive. There we go. Listen, aggressive helps with the algorithm, and if there's too many ads, chat, just go to Kick. I get paid for you just being there. You don't even have to watch anything. You just sit there, watch it on Kick, and Arch gets paid. And so I'll just have to fucking make you suffer over here with aggressive ads instead.
Oh, see, look it. There's Mal. Hi, Mal.
And this here is exactly why when Mal learned I got deplatformed from Patreon, or PayPal, this was her response. Evil.
You know, you could have at least made sure that the background was the same color, Arch.
Oh no, that's just because I have selected the second line. I didn't even need to Photoshop this.
Ah.
Granted, I may have needed to antagonize her a little bit beforehand, but... with friends like these... who needs enemies? And with that... oh no. I didn't even read it! Tlum, how could you?
What?
Amalgamite for $25. Read Homestuck and suffer. See? Not a good person, that Mal. Not a very good person.
She gives you a little bit of both. Shut up. She calls you sir, and then she does this. So you get both sides of a woman.
Apparently.
Don't you ask for this?
Not necessarily. Not in so many words. Homestuck, eh? Well, we did need something to replace the curry fund. We'll see if that gains any steam or not.
Oh boy. As soon as people see the pilot, and people are going to want you to read it. And I do have the archive of Homestuck with mini games and everything. I'll send it to you once it's funded.
Until next time, chat. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your kind and generous donations, and for suffering through the aggressive ads. Unless you're on Kick, in which case you're a good human being and you don't get ads. Imagine how inherently superior a Kick viewer is to a YouTuber. And until tomorrow and Barashama chat, have a good night.